Hate and love got a thin line between smiling and crying over someone you love. Kinda surprising when you find it change so fast. When the lies from the past do it slip. Who would have said that you would try to make it last? Get a grip. You reminisce about the first day, feel like your worst day. Fleeing from the drama down the one way. Shorty can't hide from her tears, writing letters over years, getting numb. Caught up in the life of a thug in the mud, pipping holes in the club. Night sleeping in the hole, niggas duck for you. Healing scars on the face that you love, still the money for a drug. Never suffer what it was, and the kids crying, getting left behind. You know you're running out of time and you're down for trying, so you bled out. No more nagging at the mouth. Reality is cold, got your heart left in doubt. Now reverse side. I gotta find me a man that can treat me like a queen, give me love and understanding. She got that. Steady sleeping and creeping, selling it for cheap and real men weep when they try to be a man with love and understanding. She fucking with a baller cause he can't even hold a grand. She know she got a real one at home, but she lost in the zone. She trying to hold on, steady stressing and taking advantage of her brother that'll give her everything to show her he love her. She got another all up in the bed while he work. Using boys' money, got your heart feeling hurt, but you want that love in the palm of your hand. What you do? You hurt him till he tell you he through singing. He be back again, but he long gone. Now you're regretting every second you're checking he ain't home. How did we get so far? Look, how did we get so far away? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Look, I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? Tell me, how did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Tell me, how did we get so far away? Far away. How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? Every day is a struggle in the midst of defeat. When I start feeling weak, gotta know why me. Gotta walk, stay straight, put me down till I can't. I'ma suffer till I lay, want the best, so I pray it's a curse, man. I'm getting ready for a deadly and heavy shotty war in the spirituals on my body. And I'ma feel it when I'm almost selling stuff in my belly. Here with the timid, but I feel like I'm nobody. Every day is corruption, destruction. Young brother steady bustin', game big about nothing. Steady hustling, duck when the guns bustin'. Stay drunk, smoked out, pissed off, cussing. Don't give a fuck about nothing. Grown men barely even got a home to attend to. It's like fuck what you been through. I gotta get it how I live from the cradle to the grave. How did we get so far? Look, how did we get so far away? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Look, I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? Tell me, how did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Tell me, how did we get so far away? Far away. How did we get so far? How did we get so far? I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? If I open my eyes, I end up seeing the cries of every child, every thug gotta struggle and strive to stay alive. We searching for roots and yearning for truth, for living at a low and never touching the roof. I need a boost. Show me the way and I can make it to a better day. Ready to pray, thinking why am I chilling in the conspiracy theory? Politics making money till it's smoking the Philly. I take a rock and a Glock from the killers and cold cops to stop me. They lock me in permanent blocks and now I'm forever dissing this. I will be living life as a soldier killing this on my family. I'm looking through the window of a jail cell, feeling I'm in hell. Shining for freedom before they throw me in the cell. We locked down while everybody watching each other. I'm still wondering why my niggas steady killing each other. How did we get so far? Look, how did we get so far away? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far away? Tell me, how did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Tell me, how did we get so far away? Far away. How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? Every day is corruption, destruction. Young brother steady bustin', game big about nothing. Steady hustling, duck when the guns bustin'. Stay drunk, smoked out, pissed off, cussin'. Don't give a fuck about nothing. Grown men barely even got a home to attend to. It's like fuck what you been through. I gotta get it how I live from the cradle to the grave. Every day is corruption, destruction. Young brother steady bustin', game big about nothing. Steady hustling, duck when the guns bustin'. Stay drunk, smoked out, pissed off, cussin'. Don't give a fuck about nothing. Grown men barely even got a home to attend to. It's like fuck what you been through. I gotta get it how I live from the cradle to the grave.
Yeah, I know y'all can relate. Man, it's just real talk from the heart up. I know how it is, man. You turn like you're trying to take one step forward and you end up further away from where you started. It's love for the world. It's Chi-Town. We all fall off. We all make mistakes. Yeah, but you can get back up to the drawing board, though. It's good. We ain't never losing. You know where to go but up. You know where to go up. And that's on life. Yeah, that's on life. Yeah, ain't nowhere to go but up. Do your thing, Chi-Town. Keep your head up. Yeah, we out here. Love for the world. We ain't never gonna we ain't never gonna walk. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't going far away from where we need to be. We never walking off this place, real man. Talk. Yeah, we gotta catch up. We try to get to the dot trying. We ain't never getting left behind, nigga. This the win. That's just how we do. Them in the win. For the new meal, much love.
Hate and love got a thin line between smiling and crying over someone you love. Kinda surprising when you find a change so fast. When the lies from the past do it slip. Who would have said that you would try to make it last? Get a grip. You reminisce about the first day, feel like your worst day. Fleeing from the drama down the one way. Shorty can't hide from her tears, writing letters over years, getting numb. Caught up in the life of a thug in the mud, pipping holes in the club. Night sleeping in the hole, niggas duck for you. Healing scars on the face that you love, still the money for a drug. Never saw for what it was, and the kids crying, getting left behind. You know you're running out of time and you're dying for trying, so you bled out. No more nagging at the mouth. Reality is cold, got your heart left in doubt, not reverse side. I gotta find me a man that can treat me like a queen, give me love and understanding. She got that. Steady sleeping and creeping, selling if a cheap man. Real men weak when they try to be a man, but love and understanding. She fucking with a baller cause he can't even hold a grand. She know she got a real one at home, but she lost in the zone. She trying to hold on, steady stressing and taking advantage of her brother that'll give her everything to show her he love her. She got another all up in the bed while he work. Using boys' money, got your heart feeling hurt, but you want that love in the palm of your hand. What you do? You heard him till he tell you he through singing. He be back again, but he long gone. Now you're regretting every second you're checking he ain't home. How did we get so far? Look, how did we get so far away? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Look, I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? Tell me, how did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Tell me, how did we get so far away? Far away. How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? Every day is a struggle in the midst of defeat. When I start feeling weak, gotta know why me. Gotta walk, stay straight. Put me down till I can't. I'ma suffer till I lay. Want the best, so I pray it's a curse, man. I'm getting ready for a deadly and heavy shotty war in the spirituals on my body. And I'ma feel it when I'm almost selling stuff in my belly. Here with the timid, but I feel like I'm nobody. Every day is corruption, destruction. Young brother steady busting. Game ain't about nothing. Steady hustling. Duck when the guns busting. Stay drunk, smoked out, pissed off, cussing. Don't give a fuck about nothing. Grown men barely even got a home to attend to. It's like fuck what you been through. I gotta get it how I live from the cradle to the grave. How did we get so far? Look, how did we get so far away? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Look, I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? Tell me, how did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? Tell me, how did we get so far away? Far away. How did we get so far? How did we get so far? How did we get so far? I just wanna know. How did we get so far away? If I open my eyes, I end up seeing the cries of every child, every thug gotta struggle and strive to stay alive. We searching for roots and yearning for truth, for living in the low and never touching the roof. I need a boost. Show me the way and I can make it to a better day. Ready to pray, thinking why am I chilling in a conspiracy theory? Politicians making money till it's smoking a Philly. I take a rock and they block from the killers and cold cops to stop me. They lock me in permanent blocks and now I'm forever ditching this. I will be living life as a soldier, killing this on my family. I'm looking through the window of a jail cell, feeling I'm in hell. Trying for freedom before they throw me in the cell. We locked down while everybody watching each other. I'm still wondering why my niggas steady killing each other. How did we get so far? Look, how did we get so far away? How did we get so far? How did we get so far?
Not great.
How did we get so far away? Tell me, how did we get so far? How did we get so far?
Yo, what's good, everybody? It is your favorite drunk commentator on Twitch, the mayor of mid-tiers, Dr. Doom's evil doppelganger, the toxic Shadow King himself, Zero fucking Lucy. And joining me on the mic is the Luciano fact checker. My rent is paid and I ain't got no kids. I'm not excited about anything. Sadistic Dance.
You say Dr. Doom is equal doppelganger, but he is from Eastern Europe. I don't know what you think is going on with your genealogy.
I'm just saying. Wait, how's the audio? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear him?
Right. Can you hear me more specifically?
Wait, where's that hole? Let me check this real quick. Okay, Devil Breaker said we good. Great.
Okay.
And yeah. What's going on, man? How was your week? Well, I know the
terrible.
Week, but talk about it a little bit.
My week has been awful. I have been shot at. Well, I haven't been shot at. I'm not going to speak that into existence. But I have been closer to bullets than I have been in my entire life. My computer is not working. I had a small panic attack this morning. It was fine. It was just it's hot as balls, which is kind of the worst of it. Yeah. Like not only is it a trying time in my personal life, it's also I'm sweating. Like, is it necessary? No. Who's it for? Who's it benefiting? Nobody.
I mean, the good part about it is that uh everybody was okay.
Yeah,
It could have been a
everybody's
lot
fine.
worse.
It could. I really should.
That could have been a lot fucking worse of a thing than it actually was. So
Yeah,
like that's a plus in itself.
but it's just so, and it shouldn't be shocking, I suppose, at this point, but it still was.
Yeah. Let's see. My week was okay, I guess. I had to take a trip to get some shit in order.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm not in my normal location right now. I
Mm-hmm.
took a very necessary trip. Yo, Devil Breaker, John Wick, Brooklyn Girl, KOS in the fucking building. What's going on, y'all? Nah, but I took a very necessary trip. I'm at a remote location where I'm normally not at. To get myself in order, to get myself together, to get myself in my headspace, right. And
Mm-hmm.
this is probably the best that I've been in a very long time.
That's good.
I got a lot of attention I needed to be set on me, for me,
Mm-hmm.
directly on me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been fed. I've been drunk. I was drinking Irish car bombs, dude.
Are they good?
Oh, Irish car bombs are fucking delicious.
Oh, okay.
Irish car bombs are fucking delicious. And yeah, I've been hanging out and kicking it, bro. Like this shit is fucking amazing. And I couldn't have asked for a better time out. Yo, Pastry
Mm.
Goddess, what's going on? What's going on, Pastry Goddess? I need a cake. Make me a cake, please. I like chocolate. That'll be dope.
I like any pastry. I'm not picky.
Well, if she make me any type of pastries or whatever, I'll bring you down some.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'll bring them down. But this was a very necessary trip, I think.
Yeah.
It's not super far from home, but it's far enough that, I'm not gonna be disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is fucking great. You know. I think I'm gonna start coming here a little bit more often
Mm.
because
Where
this is
are you?
fucking
Well, you just said it was remote,
in a
so
remote
it's not.
location, motherfucker.
Right. I was in the bunker.
Right. I'm in a remote location where motherfuckers don't need to know where the fuck I'm at because I'm happy
Right.
here. God damn it. Shit. I started telling people, yeah, I'm at 32, 35,
And they right at 32,
1497.
35,
You know?
1497.
Right, like, oh, putting in the coordinates and shit, pull the fuck up. Like,
Right.
no, can we not? Like, this would be great if you do not do that.
Right.
I would be very much so grateful and appreciative of the fact that you don't. But yeah, man, this was definitely a necessary trip. And I am in a lot better space right now.
That's good.
Yeah, I needed it, man. I needed it.
Yeah. It has been like 2020 was challenging for a lot of people. Apparently, I was fine,
Mhm.
but 2021 has been kicking my whole. It's been kicking every square inch of my ass. Like it has just been.
Well, see, like for me personally, 2020 was just very fucking unfortunate. In a
Mhm.
lot of instances, 2021 has been like literally like if 2021 been kicking every square inch of your ass, I've been
Mhm.
getting fucking American History X curb stomped since
Ugh.
like the 5th of January, bro.
Mhm.
And like if you know me in my personal life, you would know that I literally lost damn near everything that made up my life in 2020 this
Yeah.
year. Whether it's friendships, relationships, jobs, everything of the sort. Everything just kind of fucking went to fucking shit. And it was
Mhm.
kind of like, well, nigga, pick up the pieces.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can do. It either breaks you or you deal with it. You only have really two options.
And see, like, I was definitely trying to set everything on fire.
Mm.
And then, like, my therapist is dope as shit. Shout out to Kina. She was geeking me up. She was excited that I was taking this trip.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'll tell you more about it offline and shit like that, more in depth. But, this week, the topic that we're going to start off with and try to stay on topic for,
We'll see.
um, you said what?
I said we'll see.
Right, right, right. Well, the topic that we're gonna start off with and see how this shit convenes over to other shit, is nerd culture
then versus now. And it was just one of those type of things that, given a lot of shit that's been happening, because I'm a part of the FGC, if you're not aware, is that I've been seeing a lot of shit go on, and then like a lot of acceptance, and the cosmos is really weird, right? Because it's like, I don't know if your God exists or whatever the fuck the case may be, but it seems like every time we talk about something on the podcast, like a week or two later, some type of popular media of some sort comes out and reinforces and reminds us exactly of what the fuck we was talking about on the podcast. So like the first time when I was talking about the dresses and everything like that,
oh yeah, and everybody started talking about sundresses.
right, and then it was like 2 days later, dudes was talking about wearing dresses and shit. I'm like, oh, that's fucking dope as hell. And then like this last one was about Chris Benoit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much Chris Benoit, and like the week we didn't do it, we were just being inundated with Chris Benoit. He was everywhere.
It was I was watching battle rap with Brooklyn Girl and John Wick the other day, and it was a battle rapper, and he ended up talking about family matters. Yeah, until you see Chris Benoit, bitch, or something to that effect. And I was like, yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
So it's just like, things that we talk about on our podcast. Wait, do that count as our Chris Benoit reference for this episode?
I feel like at this point we can have as many as we want, and we're not in the wrong.
Okay. Right. Like who's gonna stop us, right?
Until like the estate of Chris Benoit is like, hey, this is not what we're doing.
Right.
I feel like we're good.
I mean, the estate of Chris Benoit, I'd rather them worry about other shit like getting haunted than like to tell me not to mention this motherfucker.
Like, haunting them?
I mean, shit. Why the fuck not?
I mean, why would he though?
I mean, why would they worry about us mentioning Chris Benoit?
Who knows? They might be trying to preserve a legacy.
Well, fuck that. Fuck that. But it's funny because we was just talking about the topic again about nerd culture and everything like that. And while we were setting up for the podcast, I was on Facebook and I came across this picture that I'm about to put on screen now. And this is funny as fuck because I remember like being in high school and like even now it's still adults and everything like that. That's like, what is it? Oh, you watch anime? Oh, you a grown ass man. You weird as hell for watching anime. And it's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm happy and minding my goddamn business. Shut up, hit your ass with a Rasengan or some shit, you know?
If you haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist, you don't get a call.
If you right, if you don't know what capturing sin is, you don't know nothing about those psychopaths. Like you better be gone before I fucking hit your ass with a thunderclap, bitch.
If you haven't been emotionally devastated by Nina getting used with her dog, spoilers.
You know,
come on. Like I looked people in the face, and it's the guy that turned his daughter into an upside down Facebook.
Or if you don't understand Edward, like what the fuck are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Have y'all seen Gundam Hathaway? I need to finish it. It's so fucking beautiful. I think I've heard of it. Isn't that like the movie that they got on Netflix right now for Gundam?
I don't know. Gundam
Hathaway is the movie.
I'm less of a Gundam fan and more of a Gundam fan. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said. He confirmed that's the movie that's on Netflix. Okay, I've seen it. I think I added it to my list. I just gotta check it out. But no, like this meme right here is like pretty fucking spot on. Because I remember people was like, "Oh, you got a Beyblade? What the fuck is a Beyblade?" And then I'll let it rip and bust their ass in their fucking face with that 5-pound fucking bit beast.
Yeah, people don't appreciate how heavy Beyblades used to be.
No, and the motherfuckers used to be amazing because they used to be remote controllable at that.
I think that fell off by that point, but
I mean, they definitely fell off because that was like the third season of the first original cast. But nevertheless, they had remote controllable fucking Beyblades, and it was like, I can control which direction I go in. It's not like I gotta angle this motherfucker to pull the string. I could pull the string, and then it's like a literal back and forth button, so I could switch the direction of the fucking rotation, and them motherfuckers hurt. Like,
they were heavy.
Drop it on your fucking toe.
Yeah, they were heavy. They came literally with a weight on it.
Right. It was like at least a good 5 ounces almost.
Yeah, I was
metal.
It was weighty. Like if you threw it at your little brother, they would be hurt.
You could throw an original Beyblade at the fucking wall and it would put a hole in
Yeah, like if you let it rip, you're killing somebody.
it.
Like it's not just you doing whatever. You're like throwing somebody's gonna get hurt.
But the thing is, it's like with the original Beyblades, what I did like about them was because of the weight.
Yeah,
And it made it a
like
little bit more realistic to the cartoon. Because in the cartoon, or the anime I should say, they was over here flipping trucks over, like straight up 18-wheelers with fucking Beyblades.
yeah, they were like the Beyblades were like Goku.
Right. I'm choking this shit to death. Goddamn.
I know, right? You're okay. You quit smoking.
No, that's not a smoker's cough.
I'll say that's gonna give you way too much free time.
That's not a smoker's cough. I was sick this week, yo. And I had got a COVID test because, you know, motherfucking people are unsanitary and everybody got cooties. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't dying in a different way than everybody in the philosophical monk type of status with the one heartbeat towards our death every day type death march shit. But no, I just got a cold, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like just getting over the remnants, and I haven't had any of the what was it, like Robotesting, because I was banging Robotestings like they was 5-hour energy drinks, bro. Like this shit had to be done. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, summer cold is one of the least pleasant.
Yeah, nah. And then like you can't even be sick anymore right now, especially with like the new variants and everything like that. It's
no,
like anytime you start coughing, everybody now looking at your ass again like,
yeah. When I was on my way to work before I had my panic attack, I was like, this woman was actively coughing and like taking off her mask to cough, and I was like, read the room.
Like, why the fuck would you take off your mask to cough though?
To cough. I guess it's like that when black people drive, shut up, I can't hear. Or shut up, I can't see when like somebody is talking. I guess it's like that.
No, because see, like it's almost like where you negate one of your senses in order to use the other one to strengthen it. Yo, Princessa, what's going on? Talking about that's why I've been keeping my ass in the house. Yeah, I hate. But like, I guess that's what it is. One of those type of things where you negate one sense in order to strengthen the other ones. So like, I guess that kind of makes sense. But like to cough and take off your mask, like Miss Lady Bitch, that's the reason that you have the fucking mask on to begin with, you know.
But people have been not getting the point of the mask since we started there.
That's just true. This is true because you've seen people like with maxi pads on their face.
People have been using everything.
I've seen like a lady with a whole fucking plastic bag and eyes cut out over her head. Like, oh, you trying to die?
It seems like a lot of them are.
Like, you just done with life. Like, fuck it.
It seems like a lot of people are, and that's fine. But not everybody wants to die.
Princess, I told you I'm not going to be back in town until tomorrow. But
so some of us want to die cool.
Right, like Majestic. Like I did not be depressed and suicidal all of my fucking life to die from some fucking variant of a cold.
Exactly.
Like I would, like dog. Do you know how mad I'd be at? How bad I would be?
Oh yeah, it's like I don't get eaten by a bear.
No. Fuck a bear. It's the homicidal murder Oreos, the murder dolphins, the orcas, the waterproof black forces of the ocean.
If I was like the first person to be killed by orcas, I think I would be mad. First person to be killed by orcas in the wild, I should say. Because they've been murdering people at SeaWorld.
No, but see, orcas, they like I've been doing research on orcas, and orcas don't typically fuck with humans unless they're like in captivity, because they look at them as non-threats, or they look at them as like one and the same.
Yeah, there's actually been no confirmed death by, I don't think, a whale of a person on purpose.
Outside of like SeaWorld, because the motherfuckers deserve to die. They deserve
that's the thing. It's like dolphins are too smart to be kept in captivity like that.
I agree.
It's like we've had this conversation, I think, on here, maybe, but dolphins are smart enough to have the capacity Like they can choose to do the wrong thing.
Right, like any animal that has the facilities necessary to make a decision conscientiously to fuck you up or not,
Right.
you need to leave
That's
it
not
alone.
something. Right. Exactly.
You need to leave it alone.
Yes, you
Let
do.
him mind his fucking business and continue on with his goddamn day.
Mm-hmm.
But we can sit here and talk. I could talk about animals all fucking day. This is not the episode we came to talk about.
That's true. We're talking about nerd stuff.
We're
But
talking
to
about. I
circle
mean,
back
this
for a
is
second,
nerd shit though.
yeah, what anime nerd shit, like
Yeah.
cartoon nerd shit.
Right. Animated nerd shit.
Mm.
Yeah. But no, you said to circle back. Go ahead.
Merch, much better back in the day than it is now. I think.
I definitely can agree with that.
Like Beyblade felt like a real Beyblade. Like those Gundam models and stuff used to be the funnest thing.
Oh,
It's like,
dog, but they was like so meticulous and so fragile. Like
oh yes, they were.
if you took like the wrong leg piece out of the fucking kit and you bent that motherfucker,
Yeah, it was over.
it was over with. It was over
And
with.
also, they very distinctly weren't toys, even though they were trying to market them as toys. They were
Those are like full scale
model
models.
kits. Yeah.
That was like 1/64th model Gundams. Like,
Yeah.
once you built that shit, don't touch it again. You're gonna have a bad time.
Pose it. Keep it exactly how it was.
Yeah, man. I actually have a Hail Scythe special in my fucking car, a model
Oh,
from Japan. Yes,
wow.
yes. But all Japan writing, the instructions and everything is all in Japanese.
Mm.
Yeah. Luckily, I can read the fucking pictures, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have one in the car right now, and I have not even fucking touched it. Not taken nothing out the box or anything. Everything is still in this original plastic.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't know, it's weird because like when I was growing up, I never got bullied. I just got looked at like, yo, this nigga weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would be like I tell people all the time, proudly and affectionately, I am a hood ass nerd.
Mm.
So like I would definitely be at the house back, like this is the like example I use all the time. I would be at the house back at I would be back at the house by 4:30. Um but I was back on the block by 5, just so I can make sure I watched a new episode of Dragon Ball Z. But I was out there robbing niggas for Pokemon cards, like in their binders with their holographics. Like I need that. So like I'm definitely been on that. And I've been on that my entire life. That's just what
Yeah.
the fuck made me happy. That's what the fuck I am. That's what the fuck it was. I remember when Dragon Ball Z, when they first got to the Buu saga, I was watching it with my brother on the Spanish channel, with like the subtitles and shit, because
Oh
they was
yeah.
actually bringing it on the Spanish channels before they brought it on like Toonami. The
Yeah.
Spanish channels was ahead of Toonami, and I was watching the Buu saga there. You know, I was the first person in the hood with Yu-Gi-Oh cards before the fucking weirdos that didn't put on deodorant and shit like that was in the lunchroom early in the fucking morning before school started in high school. Like
What
I've
is
been
this?
on that shit.
What is this Yu-Gi-Oh card people don't put on? You are not the first, second, or third person I have heard mention that specific
I don't know what it
scenario.
is. I don't know what it is about the Yu-Gi-Oh card community. Them niggas are musty, bro.
Are they?
Like they just don't believe in like deodorant.
It's interesting. Like literally, you are like the fifth or sixth person to give me that exact
It's
scenario.
weird. It's really weird. Like even if you go to like a card shop,
Mhm.
like it's a couple of them out here in Wisconsin. I
Mhm.
think I might have been to like 1 or 2 since I've been in Milwaukee. But like I used to go semi regularly when I was living in Madison, and they had like the little open nights where you bring your cards for like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or whatever TGC that you played or whatever the case may be, right? And it was like I tried to go because I wanted to be around that type of atmosphere. I wanted to be in the midst of people that have the like-mindedness of me. You know what I'm saying? And just walking in that motherfucking, them niggas was just musty as a bitch,
Just musty.
as hell. And it was one of the type of things like I realized real quick that it's a difference between being a nerd, a geek, and a lame. And I'm like, a nerd, but them dudes were like geeks and shit. Like you can just smell the virginity and hand lotion when you walk into the room, G.
Hand lotion.
For masturbation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It just smells like jerking and jerking.
I don't appreciate that at all. I have
Just
zero
saying.
love for what you said.
I'm just saying. It smells like jerkins and jerking.
Mm.
And it was weird because, like, I try to be nice because it's like, all right, clearly you guys know something that I don't.
Mm.
Is that even Lucy? He don't even got the halfway backwards hat on.
You don't? It took me this long to realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, he's drinking. It's him.
I've been drinking the entire time.
He's drinking. It's him.
Hold on, cause y'all not the first one to say that shit. Give 1 second.
See, you gotta put it on his uniform now. There we go.
There we go. Because
okay.
Apparently it makes people uncomfortable and shit when I don't have on the hat, So there you go. Boom. There you go, Berserker. Because you're definitely not the first person. Like, I got like 2 or 3 text messages like, wait, yo, my nigga, you're not wearing a hat today? I'm out here looking at this black Dr. Eggman. That's funny. No more shiny Lucy. Hey, I was like a shiny Pokemon and shit without a hat on. That's crazy. Now, Devil Breaker still actively collects and go out and pursue Pokemon cards, actually. So, like, in the Discord, he posts, like, his new fucking come-ups and shit.
Mm.
And Pokemon cards don't even look like they used to no more. I'm kind of sad about that.
What do they look like now?
I mean, they still look like it. Lucy went from rare to basic. No, but they still look like Pokemon cards. I guess just that the card art is not the same that it was before.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. But like the original card art, granted, like art changes over the years, like even with the anime for Pokemon, which I still have no idea what the fuck that shit is about.
I think it looks stylistically better now, if only because I didn't realize that Ash was not growing up.
And Devil Breaker just said that the TCG art for it is still great.
Mm.
It's just that the getting the hearts are so hard now. I mean, I could definitely see that, but then I see like the people that go to like Walmart or whatever and buy like $400 in motherfucking Magic the Gathering cards. Like, I'm almost certain that I'm sitting on a fucking nice ass stack of money for the cards that I have in my Magic the Gathering cards. And I played it 1 or twice.
I don't have a single card from a single game. I think my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are lost to time and space at this point. The Pokemon cards have been gone. I think I threw them away, which I will infinitely regret. And yeah, I don't know.
I really wish I knew what the fuck happened to my Pokemon cards from back then when I was a shorty. Because I stole a lot of fucking cards from people, yo.
Why are you stealing from people?
Well, because I didn't have the money at the time to buy cards. And that's how they got their cards. Like, it wasn't nobody actively buying Pokemon cards in the hood, bro.
I was actively buying Pokemon cards in the hood.
Well, not where we was at. Not a one person bought a single fucking Pokemon card. It's who you beat up and robbed for their binder. And then there was always that one goofy that was out there flexing his fucking binder of holographics and shit.
Yep. Yeah, I've been that goofy.
Man, and then it was like around that Team Rocket era when the Team Rocket Charizards and Blastoise and Venus. Man.
I think I wasn't big on the holographic cards because the foil would kind of come off. I feel like because of the quality of the binder. But I did have a holographic Gyarados, and I do not know what happened to it.
I don't know what happened to none of my cards.
I can only assume I threw mine away.
I must have been down bad to steal some fucking Pokemon cards. Actually, no. You have to
That's how I
understand.
feel.
No, actually, no. You have to understand that one, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. Two, I'm older than you by a significant amount, right? So the era that we grew up in, Sadistic and I, was at the epitome and the birth of Pokemon in America. You
Yeah.
learned about Pokemon from an older cousin and an older sibling because Pokemon was already out for 10 years when you was fucking swimming in your daddy's nuts. You wasn't there at the beginning. You wasn't there for the birth. You didn't see how Pokemon Red and Blue really started fucking gang wars. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't
What was
see.
going on your block? Everybody over here was just playing Pokemon and enjoying themselves. What were
No,
y'all doing?
no, because like when I was out here collecting Bakugan. See, that's what the fuck is wrong with your life. By the time Bakugan came out, I was already a
Ugh.
grown ass man, and that shit was ass. Bakugan was
What
trash.
Bakugan? Right.
Bakugan was trash. Chaotix was trash. Wings Club was okay, but Bakugan was horrible. Bakugan
People.
is only good because Zatch Bell existed.
I,
Just being honest.
I was gonna say, I will die on the hill that Wings Club is stupid.
So what?
I said I will die on the hill that Wings Club is stupid.
I mean, Wings Club was good, like shoji bullshit for Americans introducing this shit.
I feel like no. Like watch Witch, love yourself.
Yeah, no, we talked about Beyblade, Injustice. Beyblade was the first thing that we brought up actually.
Yeah, it's because the
Beyblade was
Beyblades were
goaded.
so cool. Yeah.
Beyblade was goaded, and the anime was actually pretty good for it to be a dub. CK, what's up, bro?
Here's my problem with the Beyblade. It's like these are still spinning tops. Why are you a terrorist organization trying to kill God with a spinning top?
Okay, if that's the case, then we could take that shit a step further. Giovanni was a grown ass man and the originator and creator of Team Rocket. Why the fuck are you beefing with a bunch of fucking preteens?
But I feel like he wasn't beating with the preteens. I feel like Jesse and James were.
No, but see, like, you just got beat up by a fucking 12-year-old, bro. And, like, Red and Blue? Like, how old was Red when,
Oh
like, Red
right.
and Blue came out? Like, nigga, like,
Yeah, less than 12.
He pulled up in Celadon City and fucked up your whole motherfucking shit. You know? He pulled up on your ass in Viridian City, Saffron City, and fucked up your shit, bro. Like Slivco was going. Slivco was booming, my nigga. And you let a
With
12-year-old walk in this bitch with a Pidgeotto, a fucking Pikachu. No, the red didn't have Pikachu. A Pidgeotto, a Ivysaur, a Charizard, and a Squirtle. And Wreck Shop? Nigga, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, technically, Red probably had a Charizard, a Venusaur, and a Blastoise. Like Red is not Ash. Red was doing the damn thing.
Red, okay, and I think that the kids need to know a difference between the fact that Red
Oh
and Ash
yeah,
are not the same person.
yeah. Just like Blue and Gary are not the same person.
Right. And neither is Gold or Silver.
Yeah.
These are all separate entities from the storyline.
Right. That exists like more so in the manga.
Which is the correct storyline, which I wish they would have actually ran and did that shit with. Like, they came out with, like, an offshoot miniseries where it was, like, 12 to 16 episodes or whatever. But, like, they didn't fully go for that shit like they should have. Because I still stand on the fact that Ash is a horrible fucking Pokemon trainer. Horrid Pokemon trainer, actually.
I think technically he is, but, you know, he's doing the heart of the cards thing.
No. Because even with the heart of the cards, Yugi ass was fucking people up. And eventually
Yugi didn't fuck up anybody. The Egyptian ghost possessing him.
I mean, this doppelganger, his body double, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What was the fucking pharaoh's name?
Yami Yugi.
Yeah, okay, Yami Yugi. That was so lazy.
Yeah.
But like one of my favorite scenes from Yu-Gi-Oh, which they fucking cut from America, was when he was on the train during the Silver Orichalcos era, and he was going against Weevil, and he would not let Weevil die, and he just kept like fucking him up. Let me see if I can find a link for that shit, because I know I can't play it on the goddamn podcast. But if I can find the link, huh?
Well, I said we people keep talking about a lot of the it was a what a time. To me, it kind of seems like with Yu-Gi-Oh, they never really realized they were playing a card
All right, I just dropped the link in the chat. That's the link for when Yugi just went fucking ape shit and just kept blasting the fuck out of Weevil. I mean, it got bad, like bad. And then it took like Taya for run off the sideline. He was like, "Get off me, bitch!" and kept going. And it's just
Well, it was like when the Pharaoh was going to kill what's that person's name, Kaiba,
yeah.
and with the game graphics basically, and it's like kill that man. It's like I would have been let that person die.
And see, like everybody else in Yu-Gi-Oh seemed to know that they were in an anime except for the Pharaoh.
Exactly.
The Pharaoh was like, "I ain't got time for this shit. This nigga causing problems. He gotta go.
He gotta go."
This motherfucker threw my Exodia cards into the ocean, nigga. I ain't forget. I'm on your ass."
That was. Let me just say that if you had done that to me, Joey would have been trying to pull a body out of the water. I would have, the way I would have thrown his ass overboard. I'm not even joking. I would have killed that motherfucker.
It would not have been the heart of the cards. It would have been the heart of these hands at that point. Because
exactly.
Ain't no way in fucking hell I'm gonna let a fuck. That's like, can you imagine getting into it with somebody right now and they're like, "Hey, yo, we gonna settle this shit with a game of Uno."
That's fine.
Bust out with no, but like no.
If you try to set my Uno cards on fire, I'm
no. That's like right now though. Like you go to Subway and somebody jump you in line, and it's like, "Hey, I was standing here." No, you wasn't. Huh? Let's settle this with a card game.
Yeah, I love
what?
that. I love that.
I mean, conflict resolution would probably be a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, that's what we should be doing now instead of
shooting people.
Yes.
Well, see, that's the thing though. It's like after you beat me, if I feel like I'm about to lose this card game, now I gotta shoot you. You know what I'm saying?
It would appear that the people don't have guns, so.
I mean, but you don't need a gun in Yu-Gi-Oh! You throw my fucking Exodia cards over the deck, I'm throwing your ass right behind that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And first of all, how are these people getting got by a dude named Weevil?
Wait, what?
Weevil?
Uh-huh.
The asshole that was fucking them up all the time, like fucking up the Exodia cards and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, his name is Weevil. Like, what are you doing with your life?
Okay, so can we talk about the early days of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, like the OG fucking Yu-Gi-Oh animated series, and how everybody kind of sort of looked like whatever the fuck they was? Like Weevil, the bug guy, looked like an insect.
Yeah.
Raptor looks like a fucking dinosaur. Like, come on, man.
It was unnecessary. But you know, that's how you know it's for children.
Yeah. But see, like, still, like that shit was wild. And like, can we acknowledge the fucking drip that Kaiba had though?
The coats alone. The coats specifically.
Man. When it was the what was it, the Tri-City tournament?
Mm-hmm.
And he stepped out the first time with that white jacket?
I would say that white coat, that long white one. Yep.
That trench coat? Bruh. And like I'm sitting here like, yo, everybody else got on like t-shirts and shorts and shit like this, and this nigga out here in a whole fucking leather ass coat. You ain't hot.
Kaiba is like the definition of people who say money doesn't buy happiness, don't know where to shop, and also like understood the assignment, you know. He's
and we
like,
can add Kaiba to the list of fucking angsty ass, not main characters, but still a main character ass dudes that I like.
Oh, okay. Well, I like Kaiba too.
I did not like Yugi.
I didn't like Yugi at all.
I did not like Yugi at all. Like,
I like Joey.
The cards. I didn't like Joey.
I like Joey well. I like Joey. I like Joey's cards. I would say I like Joey's deck. I like Kaiba's.
Kaiba looked like a whole school shooter with that coat on. He ain't Kaiba didn't look like a school shooter because Kaiba had
shooter.
Bread.
I was gonna say Kaiba was
get murdered.
I was say Kaiba was throwing that blue eyes white dragon at the people.
On everything.
Like school shooter.
Kaiba got that Palmerization card. It was like, yeah, all right, pull up.
Right. Like everybody came out with 3 starter decks because they needed the 3 blue eyes. so they could be like Kyler.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I had 3 blue eyes.
Yeah, so
and
did
a
I.
polymerization card. And this was like with the fusion, bro. The fusion deck used to go stupid.
It sure did.
But no, I didn't like Joey either. Joey was that annoying ass sidekick that Joey was like if Yamcha and Krillin did a fusion dance.
No.
look, now your ass over there dying. No, like dead ass. Joey is like what I would imagine Yamcha and Krillin would look like if they did a fusion dance together. Like dead ass. Like he was not good, and like he would just win every so often and win just enough to make yourself relevant and to stay on the side of Yugi because Yugi was out here just mashing nigga shit together.
If we're talking about relevant, let's have a conversation about Tristan. What was he doing?
Oh, Tristan was just there. Tristan was just clapping cheeks, bro.
I don't even think he was doing that.
Yeah, Tristan, you know what? Tristan probably was clapping. Yeah, Tristan was clapping cheeks. Tristan was fucking Joey.
What?
Yeah, I said what I said.
I thought Joey was fucking my Valentine.
Yeah, Joey's bi. Tristan ain't.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Look, he had to be doing something.
Call it what it is, because he wasn't a bodyguard.
He sure wasn't.
He was not. You know who I hated more? Okay, this needs to be talked about. Okay, this definitely needs to be talked about. And I want to retract my statement because I have been on the record. I have been one of these people that's been championing this shit for quite a while now. I have been saying that Sakura was probably the most useless fucking constant female character in an anime, right? And I would think that universally a lot of people would have a lot of pros and a lot of cons. It'll be a lot of support for that. It'll be a lot of disagreement for that, right? I just thought about this, and it is one that is by far more useless than Sakura.
Okay.
That's fucking Taya.
No, I like her deck though.
What the
but
fuck?
Yeah.
Pixie Perry fairy things?
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Was ass.
I literally beat you with a Yu-Gi-Oh game with that deck.
That deck is ass.
I literally beat you with that deck.
No, you beat my brand new Prediction Princess deck with that. No, don't try me. That was a brand new deck that I was trying to fuck out. Dog.
Sir, we will stream it.
Dog, I have my PlayStation 4 right now with Legacy of the Duelist still on my shit.
I was just going to say, we will set up a time and date and we will do this.
Nigga, I have it on me.
Yeah, I started
it on me.
I started this conversation saying I was playing Avengers. I'm not going to stop playing Avengers.
Like, dog, I have it on me. All right.
Oh, that's so fun! Everybody buy Legacy of the Duelist so we can have a tournament.
Oh, that'll be dope. Well, you know they got a new one.
I'm not paying for a new one. I got the old one.
No, but see, the thing is, it's like the new one is supposed to be like the old one plus some shit. Like, I don't know why they just didn't do like another expansion or like a DLC to Legacy of the Duelist, because Legacy of the Duelist was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Legacy of the Duelist was fucking perfect. And I easily spent like $60 in straight up fucking DLC for that fucking game. And I have all of the cards and all of the decks that I want. The only reason I have not bought the new Yu-Gi-Oh, well, the newer Yu-Gi-Oh, is because I did not want to have to go through getting all of those fucking cards again.
Yeah.
Like, it was a pain in the ass to get all the cards that I wanted necessary for my deck to make it as stupid as it is now.
That's another thing.
Required like at least 2 years of fucking time out of my life.
About nerd culture then and now, it's so much more stuff to buy now.
Yeah.
Like, merch was better back then, but now
complete.
It's worse and much more of it. Like, they really nickel and dime you for like having an interest in these things.
Well, the thing is, it's like back then it was like a niche market. Like,
that's true.
Remember when we were in high school and you was telling me when you first introduced me to Shimigami Tensei, it was hard as fuck to find a Persona game. And it was like maybe 30 in the fucking city, unless you ordered that shit from like online on Japan time, and that shit took like 2 months to get to you. Now you have people that's going back and talking about, oh, Persona 2 was the best Persona ever. And I'm like, dog, you're not even 25 years old. I do not respect your opinion. I don't. You wasn't there when it was on PlayStation 1. You wasn't. You just wasn't. Like you didn't play Persona 3 before FES. You wasn't. You just wasn't, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to Persona 4, I guess, for putting it on the map.
Yeah. Persona, well,
It was definitely Persona
I
4.
would say it was definitely Persona 4, but I would say that it was the offshoots of Persona 4 that put it on the map specifically. That
I
made people go
disagree.
back.
I think it was Persona 4 getting so many offshoots that maybe made some people
That's what I'm
realize.
saying. The spin-offs and shit. Like the
But the
dances
spin-offs,
all night and everything like that, that's what made people pay attention to Persona 4. But
yeah,
like
but they
Persona
weren't
4
that
Arena
good.
was great.
You know, I bought it and never played it.
Really.
It's literally in the package in
Ramona said
my.
sparkles.
She would.
Yeah, she would.
Hello, how are you? Fine, I assume.
She alright.
That-
No, but like Persona 4 Arenas was actually really fucking good. And you can tell that like going to reference back to like the FGC, right?
Mhm.
You can tell that a lot of these kids that's like prominent in the FGC, unfortunately enough, are young. Because like you have a lot of people complaining about Guilty Gear now, for example, right?
Mhm.
About how it's not fun or how it's not original and creative enough and da 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 da. And
People have been playing Mortal Kombat 11 for 3 years. They think Guilty Gear is not fun.
I mean,
Okay.
I enjoy the fuck out of Guilty Gear. I enjoy the fuck out of it. Shut up, Ramona. But no, I enjoy the fuck out of Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is a nice alternative, but
Mhm.
I come back from that era of fighting games, you know? Like with the first Blaze Blue or Persona like that 2D fast as fuck anime fighting style type, you know what I'm saying, game. Like I'm
Yeah.
accustomed to that. More so than I am this extra fucking frame heavy where you have to know frame data, Mortal Kombat type shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I was just playing Tekken 7 the other day, trying to get better, and because I actually have a gang and shit now that I actually got to pay attention to recruit people, so now I actually have to pay attention to the competitive Tekken
I've
scene
not
and shit.
played Tekken in so long.
I didn't play it either until recently, and it's actually really fun. And like I'm looking at the frame data while I'm watching the other people fight, and I'm like, yo, this shit does not make sense to me. Like, how the fuck is that 164 plus on block? Are you
In
fucking
fairness,
shitting me?
Tekken's frame data has never made sense to me. Tekken is literally me going go bullshit and hoping for the best. Tekken, I've never been able to play Tekken slightly competitively.
Yeah,
I
that
do
shit is just
enjoy it
weird.
though.
That shit is just weird. It don't make sense. The math doesn't compute. And I hate people that actually come from the Tekken community. That's like their first original fighting game that put them on. And I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, this frame data doesn't make sense. They're like, what the fuck do you mean that this doesn't make sense? All you have to do is like block and then like crush, like do a power crush. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's not explaining shit to me.
It also doesn't help that Tekken doesn't play like any other fighting game. Like there are no similarities. There are
Right.
no transferable skills.
Right.
You know.
And that's why I try to tell people all the time, like, it's hard as fuck to go from Mortal Kombat at a high level or a semi-high level to Tekken versus is going from Tekken to Mortal Kombat. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have your difficulties and your troubles as well, but to know that you can actually sidestep somebody in the middle of their fucking combo and to think like, okay, you can't do shit wrong on Tekken. You have to be on point for all 30 seconds that fight might last because Tekken
Oh
rounds
yeah,
go fast.
it's like what's that fucking game that I also stopped playing? Dragon Ball Fighters.
But see, Dragon Ball Fighters is different though, because I don't like it is because I don't like one button. I don't like one button combos.
That's not what I mean. If you drop one thing in Fighters, the rest of the fight is you dying.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing else happening.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why Mortal Kombat introduced breakers.
I mean, and I think that was a great idea. I just think that the implementation behind it was very ass. Like you have an entire button that's not doing anything. Put it there.
I also like the way it works more in Deception. I like just having 3 breakers that you can use whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't Deception. That was X.
That was also in Deception.
Okay, whatever. Either way.
But no, because X you can use a breaker anytime you had 2 or a certain amount of meter.
But you was able to regain them.
No, like in Deception, you couldn't regain them. You just had 3 for the entire match.
Yeah.
Nope. Just 2 rounds. 2 rounds. That's how I preferred it. It was like you get 3 get out of jail free cards, use them wisely, or suck a dick. You know.
No, but like with Tekken, it's like you can't do anything wrong because if you get caught lacking for 1 second,
it's over.
You're gonna get the fuck beat out. Like you're gonna get so many hands and feet put on you. Like Tekken makes you want to throw hands in real life, and I'm convinced.
I'll say, and you could. It has the most realistic fighting system, technically.
Yeah, because like
outside of Virtual Fighter.
Like, Virtual Fighter, I don't know what it. Virtual Fighter just feels so stiff. Like it's technically sound. The tutorial is amazing. Everything is on point when it comes to Virtual Fighter as a game, except for the controlling.
It controls just more realistically than a lot of the other fighters.
So clunky though. Like,
I
really wanted to fucking play Virtual Fighter. And
Virtual Fighter is the frame data game. Frame data is the god, the devil, the angel, the humans, the animals, the ark, the flood of that game.
But see, the thing is like they explain shit in that game very well. That I do like.
Yeah.
Like they will explain and break down what frame data is, how it works. This is what it is to punish somebody properly. This is how you properly punish. This is how you don't get punished, you know?
Frame data doesn't mean anything to me. You can be screaming plus frames at me all day. I'm still going to be pressing buttons hoping against hope that my attack hits yours first. I know it's not, but I'm still going to press that damn button.
And see, like,
it don't matter.
And see, like, I would consider you a casual, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And it'd be you, or it'd be people like you, or players like you, I should say, that go into these tournaments fighting people that are pro players and beating the shit out of them. Because it just doesn't make sense. It's like once you understand frame data for a game, anything outside of that realm doesn't make sense anymore. It's like, I know for a fact that you shouldn't be able to do this shit, but yet you're still doing it, and I cannot make the adequate adjustments necessary to stop it. What the ever-loving fuck is happening right now?
Well, yeah, that's just throwing that YOLO shit out because you don't know the frame data.
But see, I think that, and that's what I tell people, like with my stream, whatever, and right? It's like, yeah, it's toxic. Yeah, this is where you come to be yourself and everything like that. But do not forget the original intent behind what this video game is. The intent behind the game is to be fucking fun, not to be a stick in the fucking ass. So like,
exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna get upset. You're gonna get your ass beat. You're gonna be pissed the fuck off. Nobody necessarily enjoys losing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the same instance, it's a fucking video game. Have fun with this shit and stop being so goddamn serious.
That's what people ask. Who should I play with? Who should I play with? Who should I pick? How do I pick a character? Pick whoever looks interesting to you. That's
exactly what I do. I don't give a shit about tier lists. I don't give a shit about running it up or who does what or who. I will sit there the very first day that I get a game. I'm going into the training mode. I'm going into practice. I'm going to see who feels right for me.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even go with who feels right. I just go with who looks interesting.
I mean, those are the first people that I go to in training. I don't go down the line. I go to who looks cool or who catches my eye, and then I'm like, okay, oh, this is cool. Now let me see if it's somebody out there better than this person before I decided on who's my main. Like, up until Mortal Kombat 11, I was a Sub-Zero dude. I wasn't a Scorpion main. But I seen Scorpion had a... Yeah. I know, right? But,
it's just so out of character.
Yeah, I know. Since, like, at least Mortal Kombat 2 or 3, I've been a Sub-Zero main. But I seen that Scorpion had a kunai whip chain on this game, and I'm like, shit, I'm sold. Scorpion having a kunai whip chain is the equivalent to anybody having a bow and arrow on any other game. And if you know me personally, and I have an option to have a bow and arrow, I will.
Bigger than bow and arrow, yeah.
I will.
Sometimes it's like that.
It's
like
no question.
Yeah, it's me with a magic class. It's like, oh, how does magic work in this game? I'll figure it out because that's what I'm going to be.
Right? I played enough games with Sadistic over the years to know that I'm going to be DPS and he's probably going to be support or heal.
Yeah.
I know this for a fact without question. Speaking
of occasionally, I'll be a magic DPS, but
we need to start playing Divinity again.
We need to start playing Divinity again. I need to start playing Final Fantasy again because I know in my heart of hearts that the new Sprout threshold is going to be finishing in one. And like,
Ramona just said that in the chat, like we were supposed to play Final Fantasy today. Did she talk to you about playing Final Fantasy?
No, none of y'all told me anything, you bastards.
I didn't get told anything. I'm not playing Final Fantasy. I'm getting off this podcast. I'm going to continue to drink, and I'm probably going to watch UFC. So
you playing Avengers.
Right, and I think I remember what happened. Right, we were supposed to be playing Avengers together, and what happened was that I didn't finish the storyline, so I couldn't do some of the shit in like the multiplayer mode.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened, and then I was supposed to do it, and I got sidetracked, and I started playing something else again. Like, no, I'm not playing this shit.
It'd be like that.
That's the girl. Don't care.
I was just gonna say I haven't played.
I have the receipts. She said she got the receipts. I don't know.
I don't know either. I guess those were your receipts. I have no recollection.
And I don't remember shit half the goddamn time, so it's not surprising. You can have the receipts. I'm not going to deny it. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. But nah, I didn't talk to Sparkles. Her names for us in the fucking chat. Like, she over here name dropping very specific fucking names that everybody else do not know or get for us. Only her. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I like Sparkles, so I'm cool with it.
Oh my goodness. You fucking agreeable fuck.
What's wrong with Sparkles?
Oh, nothing. I guess I'm just territorial and selfish when it comes to shit like that.
Nicknames?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Time out. No, Ramona, you play Final Fantasy. You have a significant amount of fucking catching up to do.
Oh, that is so true.
You play Final Fantasy because you have such a significant amount of catching up. I am like 3 expansions ahead of you. 2 ahead of you, I think. No, I'm 1 ahead of you because you're in Stormblood now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like 1 whole expansion ahead of you. I'm damn near caught up. With the exception of my fucking Savage dungeons.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, because I believe I finished the main story quest. No, I think I did all of the main story quest missions for Shadowbringer. Why do you got the Luminos on your headset? Because it's cool.
Yeah, right? Who doesn't like glow?
It's dope. Wait, is the side on too? Yeah, the side is on as well. Boom. Yeah.
But that might be from see, back in the day, if your character was glowing, your character was the shit.
Are you talking about Final Fantasy or in general?
No, like The Last Dragon. The glow.
Yeah. I think was Bruce Leroy the one that kicked that shit off? That made that happen? Did he make that pop?
I am going to give him credit for it.
Lucy coming out as the LGBTQIA plus. Yo, that's way too many fucking letters, dog. Like, I was all on board with the LGBT. They added the Q. All right, cool. Now it's like, y'all got too many fucking letters. Like, y'all need an acronym for y'all acronym. Like, chill the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. I just say gay. And people can be of whatever opinion they are of.
I mean, like, goddamn. Like, the LBCT, LMNOPs, like, goddamn. I just say LGBT. I am Lee Gay Boomer. What's
I
going
mean,
on, SPO?
insane. It's like
Oh man, like no,
I,
I'm not
under,
doing all that shit, yo.
I
Like you know what
understand
the fuck I'm
people
talking about.
moving with the specificity that they prefer, but
Like
yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what the fuck the other letters are. Like, oh yeah, definitely SPO, definitely. No, but I that ass. I don't even know what the fuck the other letters are because I thought that everything was encompassed in the LGBT. Like
I
none of
can't
that
think of
shit
what's
is
not.
outside of it. Queer, intersex, asexual. What? Like, man, that's too much. Like, look, y'all, that's too much. That is literally too fucking much. Like, if you fall into that's like a person that's black that's trying to break down the specification of what type of black they are.
Yeah, or a white person trying to look like I'm so mixed. I'm French and I'm German and I'm Swedish, and it's
Yeah,
like
no,
the Swedish.
I'm Sweden and Scandinavian and like 1/3 Viking. Like, man, if you don't shut the fuck up,
Right,
you white. Are you gonna burn in the sun or not? Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, are the police gonna voluntarily shoot you or not? You're white. Like all of that extra shit is not necessary. I'm so fucking tired of people trying to be fucking special. Fuck. Like, damn, sit your extra regular ass the fuck down somewhere, yo.
Actually,
Like, no, like I'm serious as shit, yo. Like, if you're in it, what the first off, what the fuck is intersexual?
oh, that's a real thing though. That's
No,
people
but
that are
I'm saying,
born
what the fuck is
general,
it?
people that are born with both male and female sexuality.
So isn't that a hermaphrodite? Is that not the same thing?
Yeah, but hermaphrodite is like me. It's like it's their nigga. Like
What
they can say it,
is
but
what?
nobody else. It's their nigga. They can say it, but nobody else can.
Oh, got you.
It's kind of
Okay.
like training. They don't like training anymore, but training used to be the acceptable term, but now it's not.
Right. Okay. Well, what's the difference? Right. And see, at that point in time, you gotta throw hands, SBO. You gotta throw hands. But like, no, bro. Like that shit is, man. I get that everybody wants to be seen and acknowledged and heard. I also get that people want to not be reduced to their fucking sexuality, their preferences, and what is in their pants. You can't have both ways. Like, I'm not actively looking to see if you're going to suck my dick or not. So why the fuck do I need to know that you're intersexual?
Oh, it's just
You know
the
what I'm
way
saying?
some people identify themselves.
But you get what I'm saying though? Like, I don't need to know that you're asexual, Margaret, to do your fucking job. But don't get upset when you don't feel included when I say ladies and gentlemen. Like, shit like that pisses me off.
Who's
How the
Margaret?
fuck am I supposed to know? like, like, how do you do that shit now? Now, like, all fucking introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, and chimpanzees, cats, dogs, fiddlers on the roof. Like all of this, that's too much. That is too much. But if you say something generalized to be like, hey, yo, folks, y'all, people, now there's not enough specification and they don't feel unique enough, and now it's a problem. It's too much.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily the thing about uniqueness. I think it's more people trying to identify in a way that feels accurate to them.
But why do I have to care? Why do everybody else in the world have to know? Like, if this
Oh,
is not
you don't.
if it's not
If
being
you,
put on a form or some shit like that, like I get that. When
I'm
they
like,
ask
if
you
you're
like
not,
if you're like single, straight, or some shit like that, like I get that. That's
yeah,
fine, cool, whatever.
like if you're not interested in being polite, you don't have to.
I mean, granted, I'm very seldomly ever interested in being polite out of my range of reasoning and comfort. Like, I'm not going out of my way to be that guy, you know? but like I'm not trying to be extra accommodating, so to speak, in that regard. But
Yeah, me
in
neither.
like the same instance, it's like if you don't think that that is all that you are, why is it that you are so fucking dead set on like perpetuating that fucking aspect of your life? Like
I guess so.
if I have one more person hit me with a "Did you assume my gender?" I'm going to rock their ass. I'm going to hit them in their face. This shit is going to turn from an assumed gender into a hate crime because if you appear to be a woman and I call you a she and you get mad, I'm fighting you.
Has that ever happened in the real world though? Has that
Yes.
ever happened to you out in
Yes.
the street?
Yes.
Has it?
Yes. Selling cars, bro. Selling cars.
And they were serious? It wasn't a joke?
I thought they was fucking bullshitting because I'm an asshole. I'm like, wait a minute, hold the fuck up. And they looked at me straight face, no blinking. I'm like, all right, you know what? His name is Carl. He's gonna be taking over for me. I'm actually about to go on break, so he's gonna handle the second part of the sale because I didn't want no parts in that shit no more.
Mm.
Because it's like, yo, I get it. That's what you are. That's who you are. Okay, cool. But you have boobs, long hair, hips, tight jeans. I'm gonna assume that you're a woman. No, I got a dick. You weren't even talking like that. Why did your voice just get deep? What are we doing? No. Now
Yeah.
I gotta go on break and question my fucking sexuality and shit like that because clearly this is a grown ass man, and I was over here like, okay, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to person this shit, man. I'm not supposed to be on this planet for too much longer. I don't think. And the way this shit's
I mean,
going, I'm over this.
even then, gender and gender expression are two completely wildly different things as well. So
I get that as well, but in like the same instance, like why? I'm not conditioned for this shit, bro. Like this shit is evolving way too fucking fast without no type of fucking patch notes.
no, that is true. They are just kind of throwing it out there and expect you to everybody to get on board really quickly. But you know,
Like that, no, like this shit is evolving way too fast with no fucking patch notes. Like you are asking people to remember your fucking pronouns like these niggas were not dumb as fucking school. Like you're asking people to remember your pronouns when these niggas are not talking in complete sentences. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't even know what the fucking pronoun is. They don't know.
Or you could be like that guy on TikTok that was like, my pronouns aren't.
Right. That was funny as hell. I'm gonna change my pronouns to "fuck you."
Right.
That sounds very adequate for me. And I'm still waiting on the fucking aliens to come and blow this bitch up. I feel like people should not assume that strangers are supposed to know them. That is accurate.
That's true.
That
Yeah.
is
You
accurate
can't,
as hell. Like,
unless you let me know, I can only go based off of what I see and hear.
right. Like, Miss Random Man Lady Bitch. How the fuck was I supposed to know? Because now you have to say Random Man Lady Bitch. You just can't say man bitch. You can't say lady bitch. It's Mr. Man Lady Bitch.
I mean, you can just say something a little more neutral like them or they.
But see, again, that requires a certain level of cognitiveness and understanding of the English language to adequately do that without fucking up. Again,
Yeah, but that one isn't difficult.
You're asking people that don't know the difference between lose and loose. Whole and whole. You're asking people that do not understand the difference between read and read, led and lead, to remember a fucking pronoun?
Yeah. I would say pronouns are easier than all of those things.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you're asking these people. Go ask a random person on the bus what the fuck a pronoun is. Not what is their pronouns, but what is a pronoun. And I guarantee you they can't tell you.
Probably not, no.
they them is given delusion because first of all, if they look clearly male or clearly female, why would someone know that? Exactly. Like this lady man. Boobs, hips, hair, short, the whole nine, tight jeans, the whole nine. Tell me I'm a grown ass man, bro. All right, my nigga, to get the fuck out my face before I draw your ass. Like, like how? Okay. I got a question. How does that work? Right? So if a person is anatomically a woman, right, but they identify as a man, if I was to beat said person up, would I go to jail for just battery or would I go to jail for domestic?
You would probably go to jail for battery because you should keep your hands to your fucking self.
I'm just saying.
Why are you beating up anybody in this scenario?
Because I said if one more person asks me if I assume they fucking gender or they pronouns, I'm fighting.
Yeah, then it's a hate crime based just off of that.
Like no, because if it's a straight dude, like any of my homies, they be fucking playing like, yo, did you just assume? Bow! I'm just gonna draw their ass.
Yeah, but it's still a hate crime.
Why?
Because
I hate that bull. No, it's not a hate crime because I'm misanthropy. I hate people. So like, it's not specifically targeting the LGBT elemental P.
The law is not taking into account your personal issues with humanity at large.
Okay, but I feel like that'd be a great case for court.
It wouldn't. It would end with you losing because you thought you were smart.
And I'm like that dude with the fucking hair in the court. Like, I'm tired of you niggas. And you think that I came to fuck around and I'm not.
Right.
It's gonna be like that shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nerd culture.
Yeah. Right. How the fuck did we even started talking about that elemental P's?
No culture. Remember traps?
Traps, like trap cards?
No, like Bridget from Guilty Gear.
Yes. Yes. Good old traps.
Good old trap.
Good old trap. And okay, that ties into nerd culture as well. Especially in the Asian, Japanese nerd culture. Traps and shit like that. And like the whole introduction of femboys and ladyboys and transsexuality and shit. So look at that full circle interconnection. And we can get our fucking Wesley Snipes reference in for 2-on-4 yet again with this shit because they weren't traps. They were just ugly ass men.
See, when you say it like that, it's not a reference. It's just you talking about Wesley Snipes. You're referencing our reference, which is not a reference, ironically.
Right.
It's just you trying to make sure somebody talk about It's just you trying to make sure that somebody bring up Wesley Snipes some kind of way.
I'm just saying, like, it all fits in though. It went full circle.
Time is a flat circle, you know. Time is a flat circle.
It's a straight line, either way you put it.
You're right.
You know. Nevertheless, that's funny.
It is.
That is fucking hilarious.
But it's a staple of anime. Remember Zoisite?
Mm-hmm.
And Fisheye from Sailor Moon?
Yeah. Well, explain that to them for the folks that don't know.
Okay, so in Sailor Moon, there are sometimes villains, and for some reason they seem to always be villains. Not necessarily true because of Sailor Uranus. Okay, but there's a character by the name of Zoisite who in America was a woman, and you would never think that they weren't a woman because of the way they looked and acted.
Would you say that was a pure case of androgyny or just a straight up trap?
Yeah, that was the case of, technically a trap because if you see them, and apparently they have a deeper voice in Japan.
Okay, yeah, that'd definitely fuck me up then.
But or like the villain from Demon, what's the name of that? The Demon Hunter, the one that everybody's losing their mind over now, with the guy and his sister and the dude in the big mask.
Tanjiro?
I'm not sure the name of the anime because I don't watch it.
I don't know.
It's the guy. I think it's Demon Hunter or something like that. It's a guy. His sister is like kind of a demon.
Yeah, that's the main character for Demon Hunter is Tanjiro.
Yeah,
And he
the
got like a
villain.
birthmark on his foot. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, the
Like dead
villain
ass.
is kind of
Androgynous.
similar,
Yeah.
very feminine, has a deep ass voice.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson didn't have a deep voice.
Michael Jackson's talking voice was a lot deeper than his singing voice.
I feel like Michael Jackson was always talking like this.
Well.
I feel like Michael Jackson was always trying to scare people.
Oh, better yet, for the Americans that just like in recent years got into anime, a very popular, famous trap that you guys would even know is Haku from Naruto.
Naruto, who is an in-universe trap.
Yeah.
Like usually how pretty the boys are go uncommented. People were like, "Oh, who's she?" And he would just be like, "Oh, I'm a man." Oh, it's the same situation you were in. He would just be like, "I'm a man." Ignore my whole physical visage. I'm a whole grown man, except for that he was like 16.
But what the thing is was about Naruto is that they wrote that shit into the story. Like they knew that Haku was such a beautiful boy that even Naruto thought that that was a girl. And when he found out that was a boy, Naruto kind of went, "The fuck?"
Right. But see, the thing about that is they wrote it in, but it didn't serve any purpose. There's no reason why he looks like that. It's just how he looks.
He was just fucking gorgeous.
Right. And he was like, you know what? I'm too pretty to be wearing pants. Let me get him come on.
And nobody asked any questions.
No. Well, he would have fucking killed. Could you imagine telling Haku that you have a problem with his pronouns and gender expression?
1,000 needles of death.
Needles of death. Exactly.
He's like a full-on assassin at like 10.
A whole that's one of my biggest problems with Naruto. It's like these brightly colored children are assassins when most of their techniques are big and flashy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, ninja is like the art of the shinobi means shadow. They have to know its origins are Japanese.
Like, where's the summit, Jack? There's no subterfuge to this whatsoever.
Right. I think that's why Kakashi was so popular. He's kind of the most ninja-y of them.
Yeah. I mean, that's because he was low-key and didn't say shit and just kind of fucked shit up and left.
Exactly.
I also had an interesting conversation with a couple of homies on Facebook the other day when they was talking about who was the weakest of the 7 Hokage, who was the best Hokage, who was the most overrated, and who was just trash. Best Hokage is Tobirama. Underrated, I would say, is Minato. Overrated.
Minato's underrated?
Yep.
You think?
Yep.
Okay.
Overrated, I would say, is the third. And the trash is the third. Yeah, that was how I looked at it.
I mean, I think all the Hokage have something going for them.
The third sucked. The third was the worst one. Easily. By far. And they was trying to make the argument that Orochimaru was afraid of the third. I'm like, that's because he was the one that fucking raised him. He was the first, grandson? Or something to that effect. But
Orochimaru?
No. Orochimaru was afraid of the third. What was his name? Sabatori?
Something like that.
Yeah. Sabu was like the grandson of the first.
I was like Konohamaru's grandfather.
Right. But they are related to the first. And like the second was the little brother of the first. Which was and like they was trying to say that Tobirama was racist. When in reality, I don't think he was racist. I think that he was hyper towards the Uchiha.
No, because the Uchiha war was on some fuck shit anyway.
Exactly. And that's what I was trying to say. Like, I don't think that he was racist. I just think that he was hyper paranoid and correct at the end. Like, he was definitely coming out his grave like, told you, bitch. I fucking told you can't trust these niggas. These motherfuckers is on bullshit. I've been telling y'all from the gate. Watch these spiky colored eyed bastards, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus, that nigga made all the fucking dope ass jutsu.
Yeah.
Like the second by far was the best Hokage. And
Toby Rama.
Huh? Yeah,
Toby Rama.
Toby Rama, yeah. Because Toby Rama wasn't with Toby Rama wasn't for none of that bullshit.
I'll say he had the coolest sword.
Oh yeah. But Toby Rama was on bullshit. He was not with none of that shit at all. Toby Rama was out here fucking shit up and not asking any questions. Like, oh, you got smoke with the leaf? Yeah, all right. We'll see about that. That shit is done today. You feel me? Today. You niggas won't make it till tomorrow. It's over with.
See, this is my thing about Naruto. It's like you have all of these villages and their Kage, right? Why not have them have a fight to see who like the Kage of the Kages is? And then that's how you make decisions.
Because if that was the case, then we would elect presidents differently in the United States. Because like they was talking about, why didn't they just let Barack Obama and Vladimir Putin box it out and like figure out who was gonna flex in the UN and shit? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's more. I feel like it's more like if you do something like that, it's more dissimilar to like the different villages are the states, not the countries. You know what I mean?
Or it'll be like the different villages to be like different countries in Africa.
What?
The different villages will be like different countries in Africa as far as like proximity versus it being across the world, where Russia versus the United States, it'd be like Ethiopia versus Libya.
Yeah, like that. That's all. Like it's more like they're the states and they need a president, and each Kage is like a governor.
Yeah, and
they need to pick which Kage is going to be make the big decision.
Kage.
Exactly. That's what I thought would have been more interesting. Traps, nerd culture. Sometimes dudes be pretty. Very rarely are girls masculine enough to pass for me. Except for maybe like Sailor Uranus.
But see, Sailor Uranus was like, I don't think that she was masculine. I think that she was just like tomboyish with like short hair. She had like a pixie cut, but she was still sexy as hell.
Yeah, well, like when she was before she transformed, they thought she was a boy.
Yeah, because like she was like because she presented like she had on like the green pants and like the long sleeve shirt in her day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She looked a little more masculine.
Yeah, but I mean, like you can still tell that she was a girl. I would think that as a person that's older now, looking back at it and now knowing what I do know about the world and the culture around me, that I would be able to look at her and say, okay, she is coming across or she's presenting clearly as a lesbian. Versus as a kid, I was just like, oh, okay, well, she's a woman with pants. You know, like I didn't think nothing of it when I was younger watching Sailor Moon the first time around. But like now, you would be able to say, okay, now this makes a little bit more sense when you see her with like Uranus and Neptune. You'd be like, okay, now I get it.
Well, see, here's the thing. When they were transformed, I feel like they were even more lesbian. I feel like
because they was already closer to being naked. So it's like the intensity was like, hey, yo.
Yeah, they seemed to be a lot closer to me when they were like that. But
I'm just saying, like, hey, oh.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't even think she was a lesbian. I think my first thought was my adult mind seeing her that she's presenting as trans, not necessarily as lesbian.
Okay, so how did you view Jupiter?
Just as tall.
Right?
Yeah, just as tall.
No, but I mean, like, Jupiter came up, I think that before they even got to, like, Uranus and Neptune and Pluto and everything like that. Shit, when Jupiter was introduced, I don't think that Venus was even there yet.
No, she wasn't.
So, when they first introduced Jupiter came across as masculine in certain instances as well. But no, because she was so hyper feminine. She was like Sporty Spice from the Spice Girls. No, she was not. No, she was like Sporty Spice from the Spice Girls. No, she wasn't. She was hyper feminine. No,
her whole character, her whole character arc is that she looks a little scary, but she's the most feminine of all of them. She's the one who cooks, she's the one who cleans, she's the one who loves flowers and stuff like that. She's like the girly girl, but she's
big as hell,
and she'll fight you. That's her caveat.
She would definitely run a fade. Yeah,
absolutely. She's the first person to throw a punch at all of them.
Yeah. And then like Ray is probably right there behind her too, because like Ray was definitely with the shit.
Yeah, she was absolutely.
Jupiter wasn't talking. Ray was gonna talk shit, then beat your ass. Jupiter just swinging.
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that at all.
And then Mercury in the back, like, hey guys, can we all just get along?
I feel like she's actually in the back, like, get that bitch, but she's not saying it out loud. Like she's sneaky about it. Like she don't want them to know that that's what she owns, but she's absolutely on it all the time.
I mean, if you want to be technical, all of the Sailor Scouts was kind of on that bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All of them was kind of with the shit.
It was the show was originally translated as Sailor Soldier. I don't know where they got scouts from.
That's funny.
Yeah, and nowadays they translate it. Yeah, and you know, weirdly, they also in the season that never came to America because they just couldn't figure out how to work out the Sailor Star characters. They have physical male forms until they transform and become women.
So they Sword Art Online and shit.
Yeah, like you could, if you undress them before they transform, they would have penises. And then if you did it after they transform, they would have.
So they go through a portal into zero space where they transform at, and now they don't have a dick. That is fucking great.
Yeah, I think in the manga it's different. I think they're in disguise, and in the anime they kind of simplified it. But
that is fucking great.
That's what they were on.
And this is not a part of Crystal?
No, they haven't gotten to that point in Crystal.
Okay.
It should be the next season.
After Crystal.
Yeah, it should be the very next season. In which they'll probably do another movie instead of a whole season. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would look forward to that because that shit sounds funny as hell.
Yeah, I wonder.
You caught me with my dick out. Transform.
Exactly. They would be like taking off their shirts and stuff when they were in their male forms. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. Because in the canon explanations that only women, biological women, could be Sailor Scouts.
Right.
That's why there are no men. That's why, like, even though Darien has powers, he's not a scout.
He's a man.
Right. Exactly.
That shit used to give off that be legal with ego energy.
And he was low-key bisexual too.
Wait, what?
Like, yeah, there was the whole first movie is his boyfriend coming back to space to give him a flower.
I did not see that. I don't think I see that. I did not know.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's literally the best, if only because of the updated budget. They can do real fight scenes.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a slideshow, but actual fight.
No, they're not standing in one place with a color background shooting stuff off with stock footage. They get to like fight.
You know, that's what they was talking about was the problem with the what's that anime? Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is the full title for that shit? I forgot it's called, but it's something Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
And the manga for it is fucking amazing. And I thought the anime was actually pretty good as well.
Is that the one where the gods fight each other?
Yeah, they fight against the humans. It's like 12 gods versus like the 12 humans. Mm-hmm. And like the anime next to the manga is very rare that an anime actually stands up with the test of time for a manga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like I thought that for what it was, it's not bad. I also kind of felt like that this series got anime very fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like they announced the anime before they were even 50 chapters into the manga.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, y'all gonna fucking Full Metal Alchemist this shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that sounds familiar.
Yeah, yeah. Like, they got the anime adaptation very fucking fast. And I'm like, oh, y'all gonna Full Metal Alchemist this shit. Fuck, man. But, like, they released the first season, and, like, I think, like, the first season covered, like, the first maybe 35 chapters in the manga. And you know how Netflix do, they're probably not going to release the next season until like next year. So I think that they're probably going to be good on the pacing, which is a good thing. But in fucking breaking news, Shaman King is coming to Netflix.
Is it?
Yes. On Monday. I'm excited. And I hope that I hope that people watch this, right? Because I want them to pick up Shaman King Flowers. And I hope that if this is a remake of the original Shaman King, that we get the whole Kaze Bang for the anime. And don't break it up into two different fucking parts. Because I feel like Shaman King was so underappreciated as a fucking series. And the manga, for the writing and everything that was included in it, was so fucking good. And, like, I try to tell people, like, you got introduced to Faust a different way. I got introduced to Faust through German writing and then reintroduced through Shaman King. And people like, wait, what? Faust? No, I know him from Guilty Gear. I'm like, you fucking pathetic normie. You normal-ass American weeb. You're not forced in the nerding fires that I was fucking cultivated in.
That's true, though. It's like, it used to be, some of the stuff was just so hard to find.
Yeah. Do you remember how we used to have to scourge the fucking internet to find manga? Because it was impossible to go to, like, Barnes & Nobles or Borders and buy fucking up-to-date fucking copies of the fucking volumes of whatever series that we was reading. Or we was reading so many different fucking series because they would release the shit once a fucking month that we end up having to spend like $400 on just one fucking volume of fucking manga that would last. Or like the Shonen Jump books that used to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I can't tell you how much money I jacked on Shonen Jump. And then I realized I could get all this shit on the internet for free, and I ain't looked back since.
Yeah. That's the way to go, though. Because it's like when people complain about anime, it's like, okay, have you ever had to watch half an hour episode on YouTube?
In 3 different videos?
Pitched up on 5 different videos. It's like, okay, then I need you to shut up. Because they used to be
right,
the whole real reality.
Remember when Crunchyroll was actually good and it was free and it was a website?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like,
Back
y'all
in the day.
don't understand. Like, this was before Funimation was actually an application or a website that you can go to. This was like, Funimation was just a fucking producing company that put out shows. They didn't have accessibility to their shit.
Right.
Or like you had to scour the fucking universe to find Toei type shit. You know what I mean? Like, you guys was not here for this shit, yo. You don't know what it's like trying to fucking play Pokemon on a Game Boy Pocket from a street light at like 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't have no screen support. You don't know what it's like swapping out your Game Boy batteries with the fucking remote control batteries and shit like that so that you can continue to play. Or that the fucking man, or that you don't know the fear that you felt in your heart when you're in the middle of an Elite Four battle, your first fucking playthrough, and the battery light goes from green to red. And you fucking fighting Agatha. You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. You wasn't there.
That used to be such a real struggle. Man, if like you were not at a save point.
Oh, man. They don't know what it's like playing fucking Resident Evil 2 with 10 bullets and a knife.
Right.
He got 10 bullets in the knife and there's 30 fucking zombies, and you gotta make it to the typewriter inside the fucking police station, down the block, and 4 steps up. You don't know. You wasn't there.
You weren't there.
You know?
Although I don't know how Resident Evil has changed, but
well, the newer Resident Evils kind of got back to the origin, and it's more like a horror survivor now versus it just being an action horror. Because like I want to say around 4, they went from like a survival horror to action horror. Because like that was with Leon with his aerodynamic hair on the GameCube, and like you was just finding bullets everywhere, and I'm like, wait, so I don't have to preserve? I'm shooting all of you motherfuckers. Everybody getting double tapped because I had a surplus of fucking bullets. Whereas on the old Resident Evil games, they was like, yo, good fucking luck, bro. And like it was no fucking dodge mechanic. Everything was like on a fucking circle radius, and you had to turn the direction. So you just like
tank controls, what they're called. They were terrible. Well, they weren't terrible because they got us through. But
trying to dodge fucking zombies and shit like that. That shit was hell. 5 bullets and a fucking knife that was not effective. So you over here like that shit was hell, bro.
It was not great.
Oh, that shit was hell. Or like playing Pokemon Stadium for the first time on the fucking Nintendo 64. Because that was the closest thing that we actually got to a fucking real life Pokemon game. That was like a 3D. Which we still don't really have one. Like an open world Pokemon game. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the one that was on the Switch was cool. It was alright. But it was still fundamentally an updated graphics version of all the other Pokemon games.
Yeah, it was not what I want from a Pokemon game, essentially the Pokemon anime.
Yeah. I want Final Fantasy 14 Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I want open world, MMO, RPG, Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I want.
That exactly.
And I won't be happy until I can actually do that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good on that. Hell no. They need to make that fucking happen. Y'all got the technology.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's gonna happen until like Nintendo actually release a system.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
I don't think the last time Nintendo released a system was what, the GameCube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Wii.
The Wii? The Wii U. The Wii U.
Yeah.
The Wii U was a system. But see, the Wii U, for whatever reason, the Wii U seemed not as powerful as the fucking GameCube.
Yeah, and the Wii U flopped completely. Basically, the Switch is the Wii U. They said, what if we did it, but we did it well?
Right. And I mean, like, the Wii was cool because it's like, what if we made you actually play video games, but you had to move? Like, they was like really determined on you not being a lazy fuck playing video games, which was cool. Not what I
needed from my life.
Which is cool, but like, yo, this ain't got no fucking Final Fantasy on this shit. Ain't no, right. I'm not playing 2K on the Wii. If I'm playing basketball on the Wii, I might as well just take my ass to the basketball court.
Yeah.
At that point.
Well, that was the problem with the Wii. It was it didn't have any like killer apps. The Wii U, rather, I should say.
But I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like the Wii bowling and then like the sword fighting and shit like that, and like tennis on the Wii, that shit was hard. That shit was hard as hell. Like, I fucked with it. But like, anybody that was actually a real gamer wasn't going to fucking turn on the Wii. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody going home like, hey, yo, bro, put on that motherfucking Just Dance 2001. Like, nobody was doing that shit. You was going home, you was turning on your PlayStation 3 or your Xbox 360.
Yeah. Even now, I play my PlayStation and my Xbox more than I play my Switch. Well, that's not true.
Dog, I have not turned on my Switch in about 5 months. No bullshit. Like no bullshit. I have not turned on my Switch, and I got my no. I got my Switch Lite with me. I got it right here next to me actually. Hold on. That's funny, cause I was just fucking talking about this shit. Like I remember I wanted this motherfucker so fucking bad, and then I got a Switch Lite because all the other ones, and now I don't even turn this bitch on.
Mine was so dusty. I had to give it like I had to like clean it.
Well, I got a case for mine, so like
Oh, okay.
I had a case. But like, I wanted that motherfucker for so long, and then I thought about it. Like the only reason I really, really needed to have a fucking Switch was because of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about none of those. Everything else was of no consequence. I cared no fucking. I didn't give a shit about Mario Kart or Mario Tennis or Zelda. I had to play Pokemon. I've not missed the Pokemon game. I won. So like, the fuck out of here, man. No. And then I had, what was it, Octopath I was playing.
Oh yeah, Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, Octopath was really good. And then I just like, ain't looked at it since.
Yeah.
It was really
Well,
good.
it's like this. To bring it back to Final Fantasy 14, it's the same way. Like when we both stopped playing it, but we both still had our subscription going.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, wait a minute, something's not right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of. Sometimes you just have to be in the mood to play a certain type of game.
Motherfuckers are still taking my $15 fucking dollars, and I ain't played this bitch.
This game, and I don't know how long.
In about 4 months. And they done took like $60 from me. Like, this some
$60.
bullshit.
Some bullshit. I'm going through it right now. I haven't played that game in like 2 weeks. I need to play it. It's only.
What's it? Wait, has it been? And you know what makes me play it? Because I get an update from like my PayPal and shit like that. Like, oh, Square Enix just hit your ass. I'm like,
Right, exactly.
You know what?
Let me turn this bitch on real quick.
And then I go into the dungeon and shit like that, and I try to queue up because now is some of the dungeons where you can't use the fucking the solo queue. You have to queue up with other people, and you know I main barred. And I'm like, yo, I'm not waiting 45 minutes for this shit. I'm going back to play Shinobi Strikers, or I've been playing a lot of Persona 5 Strikers. That shit is actually really good.
Yeah, you mentioned that it was fun.
It's really good. It's really good. I was getting my ass beat at first, but it's actually really good.
I was playing Warframe for a hot minute, and I stopped playing that. I was
playing Warframe. Oh man, I was playing Warframe religiously, dog, and I got.
I think Warframe is better with people. It's not really a solo game. You can play it solo, but I feel like it's better, even with strangers. It's better.
No, because like I was playing that shit really fucking hardcore with Princessa, right? Mm-hmm. And then like she stopped fucking playing it as much. And then I kind of gradually stopped playing that shit as much. And then I started playing Mortal Kombat 11 again. And then I got Persona Strikers and Catherine. I was like, oh, okay. Fuck everybody.
Yeah, it turns out I had already bought Catherine for the Switch.
What, full body?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember you was telling me that it was on sale. And then like I had got the notification for like the PlayStation Store. And I was like, well, that's $70 I'm not going to get back.
And I'd also already bought Nocturne as well.
I still haven't bought Nocturne yet. By the way, all you guys, these are all great games. Like you should definitely like for like I think like for a good 10 minutes we forgot that we was in podcasting. Like this is just a normal conversation between the two of us. Like completely forgot we was podcasting. But
I mean,
all of these games
that was the point of the podcast.
Definitely true. But all of these are great games that you would definitely want to invest in and look at. I've streamed Catherine a little bit. I'm probably going to stream Catherine again on Tuesday if I don't get drunk. Which I'm probably not because I get drunk on Monday night. So I'm probably going to stream Catherine on Tuesday and do another Ask Me Anything. That was an interesting stream. That was definitely an interesting stream. But yeah, like nerd culture from when we were young to now was it's not the same.
It's a lot more accepted because of certain franchises and stuff like that. Like Marvel has definitely brought comic books and that type of film into the mainstream realm. Also, it doesn't get a lot of credit for it, but it should. The Scott Pilgrim movie.
Yeah.
The Scott Pilgrim movie was definitely one of the. It's probably the comic bookiest movie you will ever
And
see.
I always think that it's very digestible as well.
It is.
And it
No,
introduced a lot of people to Aubrey Plaza with her sexy ass.
I didn't know she was Puerto Rican.
I didn't care.
I'm just saying.
I did not give a fuck. I'm like, yo, sign me the fuck up for whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. I'm with it. Like, I watched fucking Parks and Recreation because of her. And then found out that Parks and Recreation was good.
Yeah.
Parks and Recreation, like, I watched it because of her, and then it turned out it was actually really fucking good. I was like, oh, okay, this is dope. I fuck with it. All right.
That's actually what I know her from.
Park and Rec?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, Scott Pilgrim came out before Park and Rec, though.
No, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I'm almost certain that it did.
Park and Rec came out. Let's see.
I'm almost certain that it did.
It came. Scott Pilgrim movie came out in.
Google machine.
Have you played the Scott Pilgrim game?
Yes, the beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Yes, I have it on the PlayStation 3 actually.
Okay, that's 2010. When did Parks and Rec come out? Oh, you might be right. Oh, nope, 2009.
Oh, wow. Get the fuck out of here. She wasn't in the first season, was she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatevs. I didn't watch Parks and Rec originally when it was on, when it was airing. Like the first, I didn't start watching Parks and Rec till like the 4th, 5th season, I want to say. And then I went back and watched all the other ones. Because I did the same thing with Community.
Oh. Okay.
And I was just like binging NBC shows. So like I was watching The Office and shit. And then I went back and I watched Community, which is another great show. And then Parks and Rec.
I didn't realize that the 6th season of Community was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been watching that.
It was on Hulu as well.
I didn't know the 6th season was on. Nice. That's what I always say.
Great fucking show, man.
Yeah, it's
Great
fantastic.
Fucking show.
It's fantastic. I had forgotten how bad the 4th season was.
Of Community?
Yeah, it's like when it was.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah, when it was happening in real time, I couldn't see how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
But watching it straight across,
I don't know. Like, I think that was when the writers was like on strike or some shit like that at that time, wasn't it?
No, they had fired Dan Harmon, who was the creator,
gotcha.
and who also made like Rick and Morty and stuff like that. So, he has a very particular voice to his work, and it was just gone. And like I said, I didn't notice when I was watching it. Like when I was watching it, I don't think I noticed at all. But man, watching it, like binging it and watching from the first episode to the first episode of the 4th season, it's like, woo.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is such a dramatic drop in quality. And then they rehired him for the 5th season, and the quality immediately goes back up.
Yeah.
And it is just like, man, some shows just need to show up, I guess.
I mean, that's how like Josh Whedon is. Yo, what's going on, Loveless?
See, I have a love-hate relationship with Joss Whedon, which I'm glad he's been canceled, so I can say that now. Because it used to be, you want to talk about nerd culture and the way it used to be. If you did not like Joss Whedon, you were getting your ass tapped metaphorically because nerds can't fight on the internet.
But see, okay, so it depends on which Josh Whedon we're talking about. Because like if we're talking about like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Joss Whedon, okay, we're throwing hands. Because like, I think Buffy was amazing.
To me, Buffy is his outlier. People use that as his base.
Because you have to.
For him, but you shouldn't. It's like he made Buffy, which was superb, and then everything else he made was bad or
Angel was
just
not bad.
okay.
Angel wasn't bad.
Angel was the second season was good. I didn't like the third or fourth season.
When they turned into a corporation and they was like the fucking Hunters Guild and the black dude from Drumline joint, I was like, okay, yeah, now you motherfuckers are doing too much.
See, I like the second season, and I think I like the fifth season.
I didn't pay
So
attention
the second
to
one
the
and the
fucking
last.
Angel enough to that. And then like I think that a lot of people dick ride Firefly because they like to say that shit just to be cool. I think that a lot of people didn't even fucking remember Firefly or even like Firefly. Just like a lot of people didn't remember or didn't fucking like Final Fantasy VII. They just say that shit because they think that the shit is fucking trendy and being a fucking hipster and a fucking dickhead.
Can't speak on Firefly, but people absolutely say that about Final Fantasy VII because they believe it. Like Final Fantasy VII was the Final Fantasy that got years of Final Fantasy.
Okay, I get all right. And that was the first Final Fantasy that had the cinematic cutscenes and everything like that. I get it. I respect it. No problem. But if I'm asking you, what's your Final Fantasy? What is your favorite Final Fantasy, right? And you immediately go to 7 without an explanation, I think that your ass is a fucking hipster, trash ass motherfucking person. Period.
Now,
No
see,
question
I feel like the hipster answer is 8.
No, it's 7.
No, 7 is the 7 introduced so many people to Final Fantasy. Though.
Okay, I'll take
thing.
it back. I'll take it back. If you're not over a certain age, like if you're not 28 or 29 or better,
yeah,
and your favorite Final Fantasy is 7, I don't believe you.
I think it depends. So like you have people that are our age. Their favorite Final Fantasy is most likely to be 6 or 7.
9 is it?
People to be, well, I said most likely. People younger than us
bad taste.
Are their favorite is probably 10.
No. I think a lot of people's favorite is 13. That's younger than us, because my favorite is 10.
I don't think anyone's favorite Final Fantasy is 13.
I've heard a lot of people actually like 13. 13-2 was different, but like, yeah, I've heard a couple of people, they said that their favorite was 13.
I've never heard, I'm not even being hyperbolic. I've not met a single person whose favorite Final Fantasy was 13. Like, whenever I talk to people, 13 and 15 are at the bottom.
You said 13 to 15?
Yeah. 15 is my least favorite. 15 is the first Final Fantasy I didn't finish.
Really?
Yeah.
I finished 15 in like a week.
I could not care about Noctis. And then Noctis started showing up in other games. Like he started showing up in like Soul Calibur and Tekken. I'm like, motherfucker everywhere. No,
I did not mind boy band Final Fantasy.
No, visually he is so boring. Like nothing on him pops. He's an all right character, but like all 4 of them together are so boring. I'm like, you needed anybody to join the party to spice up that
They
group.
had Sid and everything in it though. That's the funny part.
No, they did. They had all the staples.
They had yeah, like I mean, Final Fantasy 15 was not bad.
But I'm also to the point.
I'm trying to think. Do I think that Final Fantasy? You said, hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say from a mechanic standpoint, I also don't like how it plays. To me, Final Fantasy is at its worst when it's trying to be an action game.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy needs to be a tactical turn-based RPG.
Just make it turn-based, and they keep saying that it needs to be. Please.
It needs.
And also, just let me summon. I love the summon. That's why I like Final Fantasy X. Just let me bring out Shiva whenever the fuck I want to. Just let me do it. Don't make it this big thing in the story.
Well, that's what they did. That's what they did at 13. That kind of pissed me off because it was like, don't get me wrong, like the way that they introduced the summits and everything like that was like really cool. Because like I love the way that they had Shiva come down like a shimmery, beautiful fucking goddess to like the black dude with the afro. Like that was gorgeous. Like, you know, that was cool as hell. But like, oh man, I'm trying to think which one is worse, 13 or 15.
To me, 15.
I don't know.
To me,
like,
15.
I don't know. Like 13 was so fucking over the top, cheesily bad.
See, 13 to me has more redeeming
Yo,
quality.
Bubble Blown, what's going on, Breezy? I don't know, bro. 13 was super fucking cheesy bad.
I don't even think it was cheesy. I just think it had a weird. So it was super linear in the first part, and then you had to wait to get to this open world aspect of it. But also, I am not crazy about their fighting system either because it's this weird mix of turn-based
and action
in real time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
feels
didn't
like
mind it. I didn't mind 13's mechanics at all.
it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't my favorite.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, I think that. All right. So one thing about Final Fantasy games, even from the very, very, very first one on the fucking Nintendo, right? Final Fantasy, irregardless on what the fuck has happened, has always had good fucking storylines.
Yeah,
that is their fucking thing. I think that 13 is bad because that was probably the worst written one out of all of them.
You think? I think 15 is way worse.
Dude, you got to finish 15.
No, I know what happens. I watched someone else do it. I refuse to play it. Well, I'm aware of the story.
I'm a Final. Good, that's not gross. I'm a Final Fantasy loyalist, so I have to see how it goes. I gotta see it to the end, but I'm not playing this shit myself.
You know what my problem is? I don't like any of the part. That's the thing. I don't even have one person. The part. I don't like Noctis. I don't like Prompto. I don't like that.
What the fuck was the annoying blonde? That guy
That's
was. Yeah, he fucked him.
Prompto. I didn't like him. The only person I kind of liked was the dude with the glasses, and he got blinded. Spoilers. He got blinded.
I liked how you had to collect the weapons and everything like that. That was actually pretty legit.
That was kind of okay. It was kind of
legit. I mean,
it's not holistically bad.
That gave me the Shadows of Mordor type of feel to it. You know, like that part was cool. And then they kept it true with the monsters and what they can and cannot do, their weaknesses, things of that nature, etc., blah, blah, blah.
You know what else I don't like about Final Fantasy 15? That it becomes nighttime. I do not need a day-night system in my RPG. I need it for Pokemon to make Umbreons and nothing else. And it could be daylight all fucking day.
I shit you not. I was just about to say that shit. Like the only time a day-night system is even relevant in a fucking video game is when I'm playing Pokemon and I need to evolve at night.
Exactly.
That was the only day-night system that I've ever seen in a video game that I was okay with.
Yeah,
because I played Fallout and it like turned into night and I'm saying, nope, I'm posted. I'm waiting.
Exactly. It's the same thing for Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
It would turn night. I would turn on that lamp, and I would run back to town, and I would run my ass back to try to get back to where I was, so I wouldn't get fucked up. It's like, who added this survival horror bullshit to my fantasy RPG? I did not ask for this. I do not need it.
Dragon Dogma was unnecessarily hard as fuck too.
Yeah, it was a great game though.
Oh, it was an amazing game. But like Dragon Dogma was like unnecessarily difficult. Like, okay, like so with Dark Souls, right? You knew that you was coming into Dark Souls. If you breathe, you die. You look breath, you die. You look, you die. Like that was universally understood, right?
Yep.
Dragon Dogma, they like, hey, this dragon ripped your fucking heart out and left your bitch ass on the beach. But for whatever reason, we're going to give you Jesus powers, and you're going to come back, and you're going to go track this bitch-ass nigga down, right? And you're doing this shit. You fucking people up. You going into the caves. You're chasing off bandits. You're beating off random-ass dickhead soldiers. And then all of a sudden, it just go, like, stupid fucking hard for no reason. And now you can't do anything. Like, your weapon system don't matter no more. Your fucking defense from your shield don't matter. You can cast a fireball, but it doesn't matter because it's like 30 of these niggas, and you over here with a fucking birthday candle. Like, bro, this shit was wild.
It took so long to do some spells in Dragon's Dogma. It was always worth it because the spell was big and cool. But I'm like, if I die before I can get it off, what's the point?
Yep, pretty much.
Maybe I was just bad at that game, but yeah,
I mean, I love it.
I liked it too. I bought it again. I think I have it on the Switch. Um, See, here's the thing. Some of these games I think benefit from like okay, you know the multiplayer part of Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I never played it.
That's fun. I
Never
like
fucking
that.
played it.
If that was the whole game, I wouldn't have a problem. Same thing for Dragon's Dogma. If we can play Dragon Dogma together, we would be playing the shit out of that.
I mean, we tried to play Code Vein.
Here's the thing: Cold Vein is a lot more similar to Dark Souls than it is Dragon's Dogma, and I'm
That
not
it
gonna
is.
so
That
like
it is. That it is.
I'm
And I
just
mean, Code Vein was really fun for like 2 weeks.
it was very fun. I plan to pick it back up, but
I
that
still
level
have it
of difficulty isn't like some people like very punishing games and they get the enjoyment from big.
because
That's not
people
me.
don't like themselves.
Yeah,
I
that's
I
not
don't
me.
I don't hate myself enough to play games like
I am a black man
that. In America,
in America. I'm basically working poor.
I go outside. Every
My
day
life
is Dark Souls.
my life is difficult enough. I'm not looking for extreme challenge in the game. I paid $50 for, $60 for plus DLC
Right.
to like for somebody to shove their sword up my asshole. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to enjoy myself. I'm looking to
Yo,
chill.
what's
I'm looking
going
to
on, Rick?
relax.
What's going on, bro? Right, and I don't get it. Like people really go hard on that shit, and then you see people be trying to speed run like Dark Souls and shit like that. I'm like, yo, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Or like Cold Vein and stuff like that. They'll like beat this boss in one hit. I'm not doing any of that.
Right, the bosses on Cold Vein was dumb hard for no reason.
Remember that dickback moth monster
Butterfly.
that was fucking us up? And we both beat it separately, individually.
In the same week, it was like, yo, what the fuck happened?
It was right. Like together we
Oh
just could not do
man.
it.
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
I would like Cold Vein better if it was meant to be
A
a two-player
multiplayer,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
But it's
I would
set
have to say that Code Vein probably has one of the most in-depth created character systems I've ever seen on the game.
the character system is great. The character building system is great. The storyline is great. The art style is great. I just do not like Souls like games.
The difficulty, not so much.
Not so great.
I
I
mean,
needed a training
even the
wheel first.
weapon choices, like the different type of weapons that you got on there, was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was.
But you know what I just thought about? Like Code
Hmm.
Vein is nothing but better art style, less anime cartoony version of fucking God Eater.
Is it?
Yeah,
I never played God Eater.
God Eater plays the exact same way.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there was the same fucking people.
I know it's the same people. What's that? Scarlet Nexus or whatever it's fucking
Mm-hmm.
called. I think it's similar to that as well.
Speaking of which,
These might all be the same dev team.
I need to finish Resident of Fate.
Resident of Fate. What's Resident of Fate?
It's pretty much jump around, shoot shit with guns.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned. Okay.
Yeah. I actually got pretty far into the game before I said, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. Because they tried to
Yeah.
piecework the fuck out of you. Because like you gotta get these little puzzle pieces to unlock the fucking path that you need to take on a goddamn map. And all the while you're trying to get these fucking puzzle pieces, you have these big ass monsters that are like flaming barrels. They look like the same caliber effort that you would see on a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger villain in the 2000s on a video game. And they run up and literally explode and fuck up your day. I got tired of that shit because like if you jump and they standing too close, you will bump into them and hit the ground and fuck your day up. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And it's a lot harder than what the fuck it looks like too. Like you look really cool flipping through the air with your different pistols and shit. Like, then until you realize like you only got so many shots to do that shit, and it's only so effective. Man, it's a pain. Man, it's a pain. Because now you got to strategically jump. You just can't be jumping around for no fucking reason. Yeah, it's a headache. But I think that we talked about nerd culture from then to now. I think we've talked to these youngins enough. Because, like, we're
I,
old heads in the community now. Like, imagine, right?
yeah, I know, right?
It's tragic.
But basically, I don't know. It's just everything is more accessible. People are less assholes when you like something different. For the most part, it's just a more positive culture to be a part of.
I mean, it's definitely a lot more acceptable for you to like whatever it is that you like. Because I know
Mhm.
that it was a time span where you was watching anime. It's like, oh, this nigga watching Dragon Ball Z. He ain't getting no bitches. I
And
ain't
then
never
it,
had
it,
that problem.
it was the point where it wasn't that you were watching it; it was what you were watching.
Right.
It was like, oh, you watch Zatch Bell and blah, 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 blah.
Bo 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 bo.
Right. I can't remember how many bowls it
Bo bo
was.
bo 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 bo.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. And now people are pretty chill with whatever you do like.
Bo 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 bo.
Right.
That's funny. But yeah, it's always interesting to see what is accepted now by the masses in the community. Again,
Mhm.
like I've never been bullied. I never had to worry about nobody trying to fight me. Again, everybody was fighting each other over fucking Pokemon cards. Or I remember it was people that used to pull up with like their fucking Dragon Ball Z pictures. And like the more exclusive and rare Dragon Ball Z picture that you had, the like doper it was. You know what I'm saying? So like I didn't necessarily worry about getting bullied as much. It was just like, oh, people just thought that you wasn't fucking people. Like, oh, you ain't got no bitches because you over here watching Monster Rancher. And I'm like, little do you know, I'm over
The
here,
Monster Rancher hits.
bruh. Like, little do you know, I'm out here administering back shots while Buddy is over here looking for these motherfucking discs. You feel me? Like, okay, for sure. But you know that ain't none of your concern. I'm not out here flexing. I'm doing great. I didn't struggle because I watched anime. It's just so weird. No, one thing I definitely wanted to hit on was how tough these fucking nerds are now, or how they depict to be tough now. Because like I've seen some nerds that was really about that action. I've seen some nerds that had fucking hands and shit. But I know for a fact that a lot of these motherfuckers that be talking the shit that they be fucking talking really ain't about the shit that they fucking talking about. Like the nerds that were nerds when me and you were growing up
Mm.
had to be about that action because people, if they decided to challenge them, they had to throw hands. It wasn't no talking shit through Twitter or Facebook and any of that shit. You was getting this shit done to you in person, real time. You got all these niggas online, like, bro. It's no way in fucking hell I'm believing that you are as good as you are at a competitive. Like, if you speed run any game, I'm not afraid to fight you. I'm not. I'm not gonna be afraid. Like you cannot threaten me out of your mouth for shit if you speed run games. Because obviously your priorities is like different and shit like that. Like you're not focusing on street shit. You over here trying to find the most effective path and shit. Like dog, I'll beat the shit out you and slap the fuck out of you. Like for no reason. Like chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But you got people
Not
that
at all.
really. I mean, yeah, I guess you're in a different world than me, but
I was just gonna say you. I don't know
I
what was
don't know.
going
Like
on
these
on your block,
motherfuckers.
but I
Hey yo, hey yo, chill. It was just weird, man. It was just weird.
I do think that the perceived anonymity of the internet and comments definitely bolsters people's aggressive tendencies. They feel like they can say anything over the internet and it doesn't count.
Right.
And to me, if you would never say it to my face, you might as well not say it at all.
Nah. Nah, I don't know, bro. Like, I just see that shit run rampant all the time. It's like people that want to be tough. Like I said before, a couple of like I want to say like 2 weeks ago, people talk shit because there's no fear of getting punched in the mouth anymore. And I think that fear of getting busted in their shit needs to be making a comeback.
It's not even that. To me, it's people. Why are you trying to be tough about a game? You know, it's like, why are you turning an arbitrary beef for a dying NetherRealm Studios game into a real world conflict? Because eventually,
that's all the people to have.
yeah, but eventually, it's like you said, COVID is going to be over. I might be in that room with you.
Exactly.
What's going to stop me from sticking my thigh in your eye? You know?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, I keep trying to tell people, like, they say, oh, I see the shit, like, I'm gonna pull up to this offline event. I hope that I see you there. Like, bro, you honestly
Like,
think I give a fuck about getting banned from an offline event in New Jersey or some shit?
exactly. Where I don't live.
That I don't,
You know?
right? That I don't live. Like,
Right.
do you understand how dramatic and disciplined? Like, I don't think that these motherfuckers pay attention to this shit because none of
Yeah.
these niggas are from the street. I would sit there and look at you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and beat your ass before I jump in the Uber to get to the airport in the fucking parking lot of that fucking hotel.
And it's like, why even go through all of that effort? Why not just stick to a strictly like game based track? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
why are you trying to turn what could be just fun, toxic trash talk in a game, any game, into this real world? Like, I'm not interested in you and whoever, whatever other deficient gamer that can't talk to a woman have a version of the Jimmy and Timmy fight from South Park in the app. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I want to see.
Oh shit!
You know, it's like, for what? For what?
I don't know, and that'd be the weirdest thing too, because it, like, you see a lot of these fucking dudes that you know for a fact does not have any type of conversational motor skills whatsoever. So it's like you can't even say that you fighting over a girl. Like, why are you here? Who are you flashing
Right.
for?
You literally fighting over a match in a game that, like, it doesn't matter. You can just play another match. You can play as many as you want to.
And that's another thing too. It's not stamina based. So,
It's
like,
not stamina based.
I see how, like, when you playing basketball and shit like that, I can see how that can escalate into like real life altercations and shit, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is my last game. I'm tired. You did a bogus ass foul. Like, now we gotta scrap it out, right?
Mm.
You can't get mad because of a fucking game mechanic didn't go in your favor, and now you want to pop the fuck up. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, G. If I'm fighting you and I fought hard and I actually won, I'm gonna be happy, right? But if, like, you pop off and I know I bust my ass and I lost to some bullshit, I might be ready to throw hands. But I'm not.
Right.
It's not until you start, yeah, that's what I thought, you bitch ass nigga, that you gonna lose your life.
And it's like, where's that energy? Like, such macho energy for
something that is not, that do not, like, involve the type of
like, this is not UFC.
Like,
yeah, it's not UFC.
Machismo.
Like,
there we go.
Exactly. It's not UFC. We didn't just get into a cage and, like, try to kill each other and then got to go home with, like, half our brain missing. You know?
CTE. You know what I'm saying?
We're playing online.
Online.
No one got Chris Benoit. You know? It's like,
no. This is the thing. We're playing online.
Right.
Keep that same energy while I'm sitting next to you in the same room.
That, like Sonic Fox, how sometimes he comes at people or people come at him, and then they go to these tournaments and they sit next to each other. And he's just in a fursuit.
Like, your peripheral vision is not even there.
Right. And they're just
your ass.
And then they just get up and walk away and stuff like that. I'm like, but where was the energy that was on Twitter last week?
I think that was, who was that? I want to say it was Buffalo that was popping off on Scar. And Scar was just calm as hell, sitting in his chair and just flipped him off.
Mhm.
But like Buddy ass went stupid. And he in his face just screaming, going in. And I'm sitting like, yo, that couldn't be me.
It couldn't be me.
It couldn't be me.
It couldn't be me either.
Like
It's like
if I can get a fucking article of DNA off of you being in my face that close and it's not
you're too close.
accidental,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
busting
too
you in your
close.
shit. I'm fading you. I'm two-piecing your ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the Chicago in me, if I can reach out and touch you, you too fucking close. I don't know what is going on. But do not invade my personal space like that.
No,
Especially
it's not
talking
anything.
aggressive like that. You're like, no.
Yeah. Like you need to calm down. It's not what you think it is. Like this is pretend. Like
And I keep trying to tell motherfuckers that shit like, yo, I ain't got no frame date on these fades, my nigga.
exactly.
You're not about to flawless block this ass beating I'm about to give you if you don't sit the fuck down and relax.
Right.
Like, you can be nice with these sticks, but I'm nice with these hands. We are not the same.
It is just the weirdest thing, man. They get so aggressive. And it's just like
video game.
It's like you're playing Marvel vs. Capcom. You're playing with the cactus. Like look at you. Like calm down. You know? It's like you know what I mean? It's like look at what you're doing. Look at where you're at.
He has on a cowboy hat.
Right. I think it was a sombrero, even worse. It wasn't even a cowboy hat.
Oh, shit.
You know, it's like, come on.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it shouldn't even escalate to anything.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Near that. Like you should just be frustrated that you lost, and that should be as angry as you get. You know what I mean?
That should be the ceiling. That should be the
exactly. Ceiling. That should be it.
Oh man. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny as hell.
It's like they're unaware of what they're doing.
It's almost like they don't realize that they lames.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly it.
Like you have to understand that this is lame culture. This is
right.
not hyper competitive. It's the same thing like dudes that play 2K or like Madden and shit.
Yeah, it's like have you ever seen the show Glee?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. At one point, they had a rivalry with another show choir, and they put like rock salt in a slushie.
Bro,
and threw it in one of the guy's face.
I spit beer to my nose.
And they treated it like it was a thug action. They treated it like it was a drive-by shooting. I was like, y'all are singing show tunes and pop songs mashed together. Well, it's literally that. It's literally that. You are doing the stupidest thing that has no consequence, and you are turning it into this. You are escalating it to a point where it can't be. You know, it's just like, it's not. It's like if mice had a gang war. It's not real.
I just spit beer into my nose.
It's just ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny.
This is what we get for going over 2 hours.
Right? So wait, we got our Wesley Snipes, we got our Chris Benoit reference. It was a third one. What's the other one we missing?
Oh, I only know of the two.
It was a third one, I think. I think it was a third one too. I forgot. I don't know. Let's close this shit out, yo. I think shit.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
It's over with.
I think it's done.
Oh, show tunes.
Like the least gangster thing in the world is show tunes, and the second least is trying to fight somebody over Tekken. You know, it's like you're pressing buttons on a controller in a room full of people that wish they had girlfriends. It's like, stop. Full stop.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. In a room full of people that wish they had girlfriends. That's
you know,
right
it's like this.
That's the one there.
I'm not.
That is it right there, buddy. Oh, man, that made my fucking head hurt. Holy hell. Holy fucking hell. That's funny as shit. Oh man. Yo, that's what I'm pulling. That's why I told people like KOS is not a clan. This is a game. Like I want y'all to understand. I'm not going to go across like normal state. Like no, we not. Don't challenge me. I'm not doing clan battles unless it's in person and we in a fucking field. Like don't talk to me. Like I'm out here. Everybody pulling up with fucking bats like on some Warriors type shit. Like I'm not dealing with the like no, I'm not. Because you motherfuckers are way too sensitive for my liking. Like, I can't talk to y'all motherfuckers.
So aggressive, but if you put any of that energy back towards them, they make it seem like you shoved an anvil up their asshole. It makes no sense.
No, the DMs that I get from some of these motherfucking people, bro.
It is
and they over here catching inadvertent bullets. Like, these motherfuckers were not even shot for you. But if you jump your ass in front of a bullet, I'm gonna keep fucking shooting. Like, no, I'm not gonna stop
you can't stop
you jump.
Right, no one's psychic. Okay.
No, hey, these bullets ain't got no names. You want to play a superhero? I'm gonna show your ass what bulletproof is supposed to look like. Just it. And I just feel like, your level of professionalism was not where it was supposed to be at tonight. Bitch, this is my shit.
I mean, what level of okay? That's another thing. Always be adjusting your. He starts off the stream drinking. What level of professionalism do you think? I
start off my streams. I'm drinking before I start streaming.
Before he starts streaming, if he's 2 beers in from the jump, where do you think he's gonna be at 12:30? No sleep.
Wait, time out. The only time I drink beer and stream is when I'm doing a podcast. Let's keep this real. Yeah. When I'm streaming on Monday and Thursday,
what are you drinking?
I'm drinking liquor.
Oh, okay. Is that better or worse?
Worse.
Worse. Okay.
I might drink 3 or 4 beers on a podcast in a course of like 2-3 hours.
Mm.
I'm down in half a fucking fifth of tequila on a Monday night because it's Monday. I'm setting the precedence for the week.
Because it's Monday.
Because it's Monday. You know what I'm saying?
The audacity for it to return.
The fucking calendar. How dare you, right?
How dare you, sir?
The audacity of 52 weeks in a year, right? But that makes shit fun and funny for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to drink regardless on whether I stream or not. I might as well be entertaining. And if it wasn't an audience for it, maybe I would have changed. Or maybe I would not have.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe I would not have. But apparently people fuck with the fact that it's that authenticity and the realness of actually being oneself versus being this cookie cutter cutout of what you would expect a fucking commentator or an event or an exhibition to be. Not everybody is fucking happy. Not everybody is fucking nice.
That chaotic, drunk SoundCloud hype man.
You're a fucking hater.
I'm not. It's just what it is. It works for you, so why stop it?
I mean, sure.
It's like you talk. Yeah, you get a lot more. You're the only person I know that probably gets more energetic the drunker they get. Most people get a little sloppy, get a little down.
I mean,
but
yeah.
You just kind of.
I maintain that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I maintain that energy, and it gets turned. And it's like after I get past that 4 hour, that 3.5 hour, 4 hour limit, that's when I start to kind of be like, all right, this shit is tiring. But it's not like I'm putting on, yeah, and it's not like I'm putting on a bravado or nothing either. That's legitimately how the fuck I am.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I gotta put on the fucking face of stream. I'm literally just getting on the mic and doing exactly what the fuck I would do, whether it was an audience or not. Which kind of works out for me too, because I don't have to I don't have to pretend to shit. I don't have to get into character, if you will. But that's 2.5 hours in, man. I think that's it.
I think that's it too.
Yeah. Anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
No, just watch your mouth.
Watch your motherfucking mouth before you be holding that bitch. Fuck you talking about?
I was supposed to just know that if you say something to people, flights are cheap now because of the pandemic.
I've been saying that shit for the longest. Like, do not have somebody knocking on your motherfucking bedroom window because you want to talk crazy in these motherfucking COVID era prices on these plane tickets.
About a video game. If you're gonna get
Over a
your
video
ass beat,
game.
get your ass beat for something real.
They
You
dial for a
know?
cause.
Exactly.
Not because your ass is over here talking stupid over Call of Duty.
Right. Like don't die for Mortal Kombat 11. They've already stopped supporting. Like, like it's not even. It's not even. It's done.
Right. But I think that's it. I'm gonna drop my socials in the chat because I have not did that at all this podcast stream. Look on my Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, all that good shit. Yeah, I'm not even gonna do a whole big ass fucking long goodbye. It's your favorite drunk commentator on Twitch, Zero Lucy, and I'm joined on the mic with the Luciano fact checker, Sadistic Dance. Yo, say no to drugs. Look both ways before you cross the street. No, say no to drugs unless it's your trusted drug dealer. Excuse me. You gotta look out for the trusted drug dealer. Look both ways before you cross the street. Stay hydrated, drink more water, and y'all be cool out here in these streets. Peace.
See ya.